How do you like them apples?
I don't like apples.
Really?
I can't eat apples.
Mm.
Well, we were hosting Stargazer.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Here is the Earth.
it's a nice Earth, you might say. Round!
So,
That's something I haven't watched in a while.
yeah. However, on a similar note, one thing I've been watching a lot more than I normally do. History of the World, I guess.
Oh, I love those.
I don't know. There have been times when I've been at work, and all that pops into my head is, except for turkey, turkey makes a brand new turkey. No idea why.
We were playing Age of Empires, and I was playing the Japanese, and I kept clicking around and going, hire a samurai.
And then I made Erica mad and she quit.
God.
I'm not good at strategy games,
Me either.
but I like Age of Empires, but at the same time, I'm like, motherfucker, Age of Empires. Because I didn't get to play a whole lot of it when I was a kid. I only got to play it when I was at my babysitter's house.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn, Carl is on top of this shit.
God damn, I
Carl.
love Carl.
And that whole family got really intense when they played Age of Empires because they all had laptops.
Mm-hmm.
So it would get to the point, because there's 3 brothers, 4 brothers, something like that. They would all take if they ever left the room where they were playing, they would take their laptop wherever they would go throughout the house so their brothers couldn't fuck with their shit.
Oh, God.
Like, even to the point where they'd be like, oh, I need to poop, and they'd take their laptop into the bathroom with them to poop.
I gotta take a shit.
You know what I miss playing? Did you ever play Delta Force, Jake?
No, I didn't.
It was a PC, it was one of the original PC first-person shooters that allowed LAN play.
I've heard of it, and I've seen people play it. I have zero interest. That looks so...
I thought it was interesting because they did something that no game company does anymore. A fully cooperative campaign.
Huh.
Yeah, that it. I really hate that it's taking me this long to even confirm or deny that, full cooperative campaign is... I fucking miss co-op.
And what's a shame is there are so many games coming out that could be played co-op. They just don't integrate it.
Yeah. If you guys are able to help with Discord things, I'm blown away by how fast Carl is already. So, welcome to Tales from the Tavern.
Ooh.
We're a bunch of nerds playing D&D.
D&D.
And Jake drinks.
Because we make him drink.
Sometimes. Sometimes he just drinks to drink.
Yeah.
To deal with our shenanigans, though, I'm sure.
Actually,
We're not that bad.
Actually, a lot of the reason that I drink alcohol while doing this, normally. Tonight, apparently, I ran out of green apple vodka, so that's kind of an unfortunate evening for me.
No.
But I do still have the facepalm flask. Normally, I drink alcohol to... This is going to sound really bad before I finish. To loosen up so I can more fluidly react to all of you guys. So as you guys decide to do...
Bonkers dumb shit.
Yes. Or between my bullet points, you choose to do something that I wasn't expecting. Just letting you guys play out the story.
All right, announcements.
Yes.
Tabletop Loot.
Yes, we are sponsored by Tabletop Loot. If you go to their website and check out with the code Tales Tavern, you get 20% off your next purchase of dice.
Woo.
There's a link to them. You already did it, didn't you?
No.
Do we have 2 bots active?
Yes, we do. We have Nerdlebot and Nightbot.
Shrug. Aw, Envy.
My other GM, Envy, every time we go live, he immediately shares our Twitch link in his Discord server and tags everyone.
Nice.
Dana!
Dana!
I miss Dana. Maybe someday she'll come visit us and stop being a hermit over in Minnesota.
All right, now that that's been taken care of.
Well.
I just shot Nerdlebot again.
Yeah. Go to
That
Tabletop
makes
Loot,
you
use our
out.
code, get 20% off your next purchase of dice.
Yes, we will also be doing 2 dice giveaways today.
Oh, we only doing one. You told Eric and I you were only doing one.
No, one of a certain set of them.
Oh, okay.
I chose another set for the other giveaway.
okay.
Because I wanted to space them out. So we'll be doing 2 giveaways today. First one is going to be this orange and blackish set. The name of this is like Lava Flow on their website. The other one has not been released in their store yet. This is a pearlescent kind of, or like a transparent bluish dice that was released in their most recent loot box.
And you can't really see it on camera, but it is kind of swirled. It's not just a flat color.
If you want,
I don't know if we'll be able
it actually might be easier on my camera.
Whoops.
You are way too
No,
close.
that one doesn't have autofocus.
Right, because I specifically set up to focus at a very specific distance because
Yeah.
fuck autofocus.
But yeah, it's definitely swirled. It's not just a flat color.
Yes. So these are some that are not yet on their store. Anybody who hasn't received dice, let's just say the past couple of weeks have been hell.
Yeah.
But so I will be getting things out. If you have not received anything, do not fret. They did not get lost in the mail. It's
We're working on it.
yes.
We had a very busy week. It
Yeah.
was very bad. None of us liked it.
And then the week before that, I was a little bit out of commission myself. So we'll be doing these 2 dice giveaways, one at the mid-roll and one at the very end. So please stay tuned for those. And yeah. Next up,
Humble Bundle, still the same as...
we're a Humble Bundle partner.
Yes, Humble Bundle partner. So we have the link there. If you click the link, anything that you purchase off the Humble... Anything anywhere on Humble Bundle site, that from the Humble store to Humble Choice, the big packs that they put together, it all helps us out. And it's Humble Bundle, and it's all charity stuff anyways, and you get really cool video games. So it's really like a quadruple win situation.
You actually choose how much goes towards us, how much goes towards charity, how much goes towards the developers, and how much goes towards Humble.
Yep.
So you actually get to choose. I think with Choice though,
Choice, you don't get to choose.
Yeah, we just get a kickback from Choice whenever you sign up for it.
And Choice this month is fucking amazing. I don't remember all the games, but I know Akami HD is on there.
Oh right, I was gonna.
Frostpunk is on there, which is like a top-down survival game that looks really cool.
It's very cool.
But they've got a lot of really cool games on Humble Choice this month, which is refreshing because for a little while there it was like,
look at all these games you already own.
well, it was more like, here's the Call of Duty game from 2 years ago and a bunch of indie games that are the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I know platformers are a huge thing, but I'm really bad at platformers and I hate them. Please stop giving me platformers.
Meanwhile, I'm on the opposite spectrum. I'm like, ooh, I like
I still want to
platformers.
play Ultimate Chicken Horse with you.
Yes, I want to as well. All right. So, yeah, follow our link, and you can help us out, help charity, and get some good games.
Humble store.
Humble store?
Not Humble store. Our store.
Our store, yes. So we have a store ourselves where you can buy T-shirts.
And none of us are wearing any of those shirts tonight.
Okay, they're in the wash.
None of mine are clean.
Same.
Does Box have any of the shirts?
No, Box doesn't have any shirts yet.
I have it in my schedule to finish up one of the shirts. It has just been a challenge for coloration.
Woo!
Picking colors is bitch.
True. Big mix.
Yeah.
It goes directly to help us out. I actually keep the prices relatively cheap. I think most of our T-shirts are around like the $18 price point. As you get larger, of course, it gets more expensive. I've also been told that our hoodies are some of the cheapest on the internet.
Really?
Right.
Yes! Because I didn't realize that most hoodies sell for like $40.
No, that makes sense.
Ours sell for like mid-20s.
25? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, but we have them to, it helps us out a little bit, and yeah.
The thing over Jake's head.
Yes, we are working on getting some character art done for the entire crew. It's roughly $500 that we're trying to raise through bits. So when you donate, you can actually, you'll be helping us get closer to our goal.
And the nice thing is, even if you donate to help with that, you also get stream rewards.
Yes. So below us in the description, there is a list of rewards that you can redeem throughout the Tales game. This will help influence the story. I have an entire list of them here. Apparently I haven't done the very rare consumables yet. Oh well. But yes, so there's a link to actually this page that I have in my hands that outlines pretty much everything. So yeah. Let's see, what else do we have? Promoting Sarah Sid, who is the one that we're going to be attempting to commission from. Commissioning from.
And I know a couple of you have seen a lot of the art that comes from that because I share it with
Everybody.
everyone.
And it's on the thing over here.
Yeah, and
Over there.
down there
Down
too.
there. Yeah, that's all artwork done by Sid.
Yep, and she's currently working on a piece of artwork for a t-shirt. And it is going to be amazing. I am so excited for when it's done and to be able to show you guys. But until then,
Secret.
keeping it under wraps. If you want to follow along with the world that we're playing in, I have a World Anvil page specifically for this. Very recently, I actually just put up an article about the city that they're in, which is the city of Falena. And what it was like before everything caught on fire.
Sid's Twitter link is dead. They must have changed their URL.
I'll find it.
Damn you!
Damn it, Sid.
It's fine.
She does
Thank
that.
you for letting us know, Solomon.
Yeah,
Yes.
she does that periodically. She just will be like, time to change!
What was it before?
It was Whistling Sin, I believe.
Whistle and Sim.
Whistling.
Now it's sour flour without any.
Oh, yeah.
That explains why. Okay. Yes. So, go ahead and check her out. Follow her artwork. It is
She's
amazing.
amazing. She is good art people. She's also just now getting into properly charging for her art.
And remember, always tip your artists.
Y'all.
Yes.
Oh my god, we've thrown so much money at that woman. We've thrown so much money
It
at
all
her.
started with M.
her original prices were low enough that when I commissioned for every single Tales character piece, I put the exact amount she charged me as the tip, doubling how much I paid her for what she was charging
How
us.
to do it.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing when I commissioned M and Grimold and Karen and Dorian because...
We believe artists should be paid well.
Yes.
Because honestly,
Especially for her, because she is a really good artist. Especially her fantasy art
Oh, so good.
Our stream would not look half as good without the artists that we support. Some of the stuff in the character cards that you see rotating below us, some of those are actually from Devon Realm. All of the cards that you see with all the stats and stuff is stuff that I've gotten from Devon.
Yeah, we've got Devon, Basilisk.
Yep.
Do you have any Basilisk stuff on the stream?
Not on the stream, but
On the website, yeah.
on World Anvil, yes. He did the art for Sharia. He did the art for Aaron.
Cat.
Dadnor. Yeah, Cat and Dadnor. And, I actually got to contact him again because I want the logo that he did for the Dragon's Breath Ale.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. We should get that on a shirt.
What's the plan? Yeah.
And a t-shirt. Or in a mug. Once we can get
We're,
drinking
we're,
mugs.
we're getting there. We got a lot of things we want to do.
Yeah, because of Sarah and Bass, my own art has greatly improved.
Because they
Help.
yeah, they help and kick
Big
your
help.
butt.
Yeah, big help. Yeah, and Sid lets me crash her streams, which is also a lot of fun.
But anyway, so that is pretty much it for the announcements. I guess the other thing, Bailey will not be joining us tonight. They will be back hopefully next week. But all right. So, last week on Tales from the Tavern. Oh no. Last week on Tales from the Tavern,
You got excited.
Almost threw my phone.
Last week, the party finally made it to the city of Falena,
I love that axe.
where they got all of the details of why this city is fucked. Various
Yeah,
levels
thanks,
of
Dad.
various levels of the city are on fire, burnt out,
I finished the inks.
and they moved
That
to
bulge.
basically find people and get a better idea of what the situation was. They met with some of the survivors in the sewers on the second level of the city, which is known as the Market District. And they have a few objectives. There's a giant fire elemental that is in the southern part of the island. There is the Temple to Sele, which is currently being sieged by undead, smoldering corpses. And there is... God damn it.
Corpses. What did we decide?
Corpses.
Corpses,
And
borpses,
chorpses.
chorpses. Yeah.
There is something that's been hunting people in the sewers. And the party was just about to head out to go take care of the massive fire elemental when they heard a massive roar, which actually comes from the source of why they're here, which is to stop basically an undead dragon of sorts.
Yay.
Not a Dracolich, just pointing that out for those who are more familiar with D&D stuff. What?
Sounds like somewhere to buy timeshares. That's amazing.
Yeah, this city is,
Not doing well. Or doing great, depending on the side in which you're coming from, I suppose.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that was quite a noise.
You're a noise.
I feel like I want to scoot to the middle of the table just because I have all of this space.
Oh, actually, I should probably fix that.
What?
Myth is not here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then Box could
Don't-
scoot to the middle of the table.
I mean, we can't. That or we could find something to place there.
It's okay. It's literally just a tiny person, like lizard brain desire. I want to take up all the space because suddenly I have it. I'm so used to having to because I'm small.
I'm just hiding them with one Jake.
I mean, that's fair. There's one
Man,
name.
I wish this was actually this easy. Do you see what the button at the top says?
Yeah.
What? What'd you do?
I'll tell you later.
I'm confused.
Oh my god.
I'm so confused.
I'll tell you later.
You are very close to announcing that publicly. Fucking asshole. Anyway. Sorry for the inside joke. That was dumb.
I can't see.
Ha!
Oh God.
Oh.
All right, so you guys are inside the sewers, still, with the civilian center.
And we
All around
decided
you.
to go to the.
You guys were going to go to the bathhouse of Blinn, which,
Yeah, because the clerics are. The bathhouse is down.
as far as Kahamet seemed to
Relay.
communicate to you. As all of you are, as you guys are about to take off, you hear the loud roar kind of rumble through the ground.
Hate that.
Well, time to go then.
A woman actually comes up to the guards. Sir, I can't find my son. He, I don't know. He just, I think he ran off.
Oh dear.
Myth hears this.
Of course, it would involve children.
And, Myth goes, I'll catch up with you guys.
I just got here.
Just be careful.
I will. Just go. If you guys finish up there, go to the Temple of Sele first. And the guards end up speaking with the woman, and it seems that Myth is taking off with an entourage of guards along with her. Obligatory transition.
She's not alone.
Alrighty.
My fingers are all glittery now.
So, you begin to navigate back through the tunnels to one of the manhole covers. You guys make it to the manhole cover. What do you guys do?
I go and.
I send the fire elemental up.
Okay.
Both of them. Tell them to guard the manhole cover when they get to the top.
Are they able to move through small spaces? No, they have armor.
They're medium creatures.
I'm asking, like, does she have to lift the cover, or?
Oh,
do
they can lift the cover when they get
Okay,
there.
so they'll lift up the manhole cover and kind of get up there.
I'm basically telling them to take vanguard position.
Yep.
You two go do your thing up
Make sure we don't get.
there.
Shanks.
Ganked by the
Yeah.
corpses and the torpses and the forpses.
Yes.
Come on, I'm the most well equipped to handle all of that.
So are they. They're immune to fire. Eldritch Blast!
Go to the store, got Eldritch Blast.
Sounds like we need to watch some more Joe Cat later tonight.
We just need to watch all of Joe Cat's videos again.
Play a fighter with a bow, it's better.
Better with a bow, it's better.
Uh,
I think Box would really enjoy those videos.
I'll have to look them up.
Crap Guide to D&D. You haven't seen Crap Guide to D&D?
Okay,
Oh
we
my
gotta
god, it is
show-
right up your alley.
The only thing that I watch on YouTube is really long-winded media analysis or philosophical stuff. That's it.
oh, so like Patrick Willem.
Yeah, Patrick H. Willems, Philosophy Tube, Ollie Thorne,
Lindsay.
Lindsay Ellis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I basically,
I almost said Lindsay Sterling. I'm like, no, that's violin
Oh,
music.
Yeah.
I basically live on YouTube.
Same.
What do I not watch on YouTube?
I watch D&D lore videos and D&D stuff, and I watch math videos, which doesn't make me a nerd at all.
I found a very cool channel the other day it's a biomedical student.
Oh, I was about to say, if you say Ants Canada.
Anybody
No,
wanna
he was like a bio,
Chemist?
yeah, like a biochemist, or yeah, something like that. But he has like a degree in biomedical engineering and stuff, and he goes into like horror games that have like, or games in general that have any kind of like virus or infection or any of that stuff, and tell you how it actually would work. It's very interesting.
All right, so D&D.
Yes. At the first level.
Tangents. All right, so the God, they're myrmidons, right?
Yes.
Okay. So your fire myrmidons get up onto the street level.
Speaking of which, I should probably pull up their
Sounds
stats.
like that means they're like mermaid dragon or mermaid dinosaurs. Myrmidon.
Myrmidon, I believe, comes from...
Greek?
I believe it's either Greek or Roman, and it had to do with a type of fighter.
Yeah.
I don't quote me on that because
Now I'm interested.
I have limited knowledge. All right, so they make it to the top. How do you guys proceed out? Do you guys wait? Do you guys just...
Oh! Myrmidons were an ancient nation of Greek mythology.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was like, that sounds familiar. I love me some Greek mythology. My favorite.
All right, so are you guys going out in any particular order? Or are you... You're going first?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you kind of pull the manhole cover up again, and as you get up, you see the Myrmidons are now faced down this alleyway that you guys are coming up into. And there's a few of the Ashen zombies kind of moving towards you, and the Myrmidons have their weapons at the ready. They're not charging towards it, but they're definitely not ignoring the situation. And you just hear from down the alley.
Choices.
Whose phone is vibrating?
That was me. Sorry, I thought I had it on silent. My bad.
It was my fault. Actually, it's fine. I was sending her something.
Well, it's still her fault for having it not on vibrate. I mean, silent.
Make me know right now. It's like the tweet cannot be retrieved at this time.
Hold on.
Yes, so you see a few of the ashen zombies.
Spike,
So you get up. Are you just charging right through them?
No. No. Despite how much she desperately wants to, she's like, I better wait for the rest of my party before I stick more spikes in my dad's wheels, I suppose.
What weapon do you have out, by the way? Do you have Dad Nor's hammer out?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Right now I have Dad Nor's hammer out. I might switch to the fuck you sword when...
And that will require you to put away the shield.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Just like trade out weapons that are in Tell's throat.
I mean, while we're fighting, like, while we're fighting the ads, it might be better to have the high damage weapon out.
Well, right now, because of what she said, she has Dad Nor's hammer. All right, so you get out of the tunnel. Who's coming out next? And the ashen zombies are gonna shamble down. They start to kind of pick up some speed as they're getting closer.
I guess it's me, as I've just been pointed at.
All right.
We're voluntold.
I'm assuming Nakane is kind of like holding the manhole cover for her allies, or if it's just completely off to the side.
It's off to the side.
So yeah, at first it's just like a foot of horns coming out, and then finally Tell pops out. All right, they're going to basically get in range. The first of the Ashen zombies is going to get in range of one of the Myrmidons. So could you go ahead and have them roll?
Yep.
An attack roll?
I said I was going to pull up their stuff and then I forgot. Thanks, ADHD.
Seems appropriate.
I really should ask you to print these out for me. Because these are going to end up being a staple.
Oh yeah, and we also discussed the whole hostility thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, especially if I'm summoning the same fire elementals every time, it doesn't make sense that eventually they're just like, hey bro, what's up?
Bob couldn't make it today, so I'm replacing him.
Bob called in sick. Fuck Bob.
God damn it, Bob.
Oh, he's got lava vomits.
Lava vomits.
Lava shits.
His lava's running a little bit
They
liquid
each
today.
make 3 attacks.
Well, this is a reaction.
Somebody is
Okay.
complimenting.
So they were
your hair
basically
check.
Thanks.
they were taking the reaction. Oh, which
Had to be a demon lad.
I'm just going to roll through this thing because
Yeah.
it's easy. 22 and 18.
all right, yeah. Let's go ahead and roll their damage on it.
6 on the first one, 9 on the second.
All right. So the first ashen zombie kind of topples to the ground, and then oh, hold on, I actually have to roll.
Oh. My chip's here. If anybody wants a chip, let me know.
So the ashen zombie goes down, and the Myrmidon kind of looks up to see the next one as what is their AC?
18. Oh, they're wearing plate armor. Goddamn.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta double check something.
I had never considered playing a strength dual wielder instead of a dex dual wielder.
And was the strength dual wielder?
All right.
It was a lot of fun. I smashed through doors and shit. Doors and skulls.
And their weapons are considered magical for the purposes of resistance.
The first Myrmidon's actually going to take a hit, as the one that seemed to have gone down seems to come back and takes a swipe at it from the ground.
How much?
Sorry, 6 slashing damage? No. Oh, yeah, 6 slashing damage.
Is this magical or non-magical?
It's non-magical. There is a fire component to it, but I'm assuming those guys are immune to it.
Yes, they are immune to fire and poison. They have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks, and they are immune to the conditions paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, and prone.
Fair enough. So there,
A lab.
so as I said, there was a fire component to that, but there's no point in rolling it because they're fucking immune to it. All right. So you witness this happen as you're coming up. You see the Myrmidon slash down one of the ashen zombies. It kind of topples down for a moment, then it twitches and kind of lashes out at it.
Good thing they're on our side.
For now.
There's a few more ashen zombies that kind of come around the corner, and you hear more moaning, and it's starting to get a little bit louder. All right, so
I take it I climb up now.
yeah, and I'm also going to give Nikane a chance to do something if she wishes.
I'm gonna hit a zombie.
Use your fire breath.
I don't have fire breath. I'm not playing a dragonborn.
Tieflings don't have fire breath.
That's bullshit.
Sure
Tieflings
wish.
have fire breath.
Well, I'm gonna adjust.
I'm not gonna take the cool gimmick that Dragonborn get.
That's their only gimmick.
Truth.
They also get resistance to an element. Hey,
You've-
resistance to fire here would be fucking great.
Jake, you forgot to pass out the inspo dice again.
Oh, you are correct.
Jake.
Jake.
Inspiration. Inspiration. Inspiration!
Oh boy! 15. 15 hit. I wonder where it went.
It's under your chair somewhere.
You're attacking the one that is that fell to the ground and swiped at the Myrmidon. You technically get advantage against it.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
I did not realize.
It is prone.
Oh, that's right. 18.
That hits.
Cool.
Roll for damage.
Hell yeah.
So you, yeah, because you're doing it one-handed right now.
Mm.
And because of the improved smite, I think she automatically gets
D8. Yep.
gets a D8.
A
Does
bonus
that increase with undead? Or
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's the one or if it's
I don't know if it's that one. I don't know if it's your improved smite or the smite you have to use.
I thought it was
your...
bowl. I think it's full.
Well, one of them always goes off. The other one you have to activate. That's why
That's
this
what
is
we're trying
important.
to figure out. Is
Oh, okay.
I know the one that you activate, you get an additional D8, but I don't know about this one.
where is whenever you hit a creature. Okay, so no, you don't get it when it's just your plain passive divine smite. You only
Okay.
get it when you use your active divine smite.
Okay. So the first initial strike. So that's
A D8 plus a D8.
Yep. Do you need more D8s?
no. I have plenty in my thing. I just have to pick it out.
You should always keep like 7 D8s in that tray. Or at least on the table.
Oh shit. Well, I cleaned up some of my dice because I had so many in my
Oh,
tray
yeah.
that it was causing my dice to cock. And I think I'm gonna pull out extra D8s because I always.
But you rolled a 4 on the first damage?
Yep.
Not to dissuade you from rolling more, but you kind of crush... I have to roll something.
There's a D8.
All right. You actually crush its skull,
Sweet.
and it stops moving. Why do you have a coin in there?
Because it's also my coin purse. I forgot to look for my Reese's bag for my.
Okay. I just wasn't sure, because I saw you dig into dice and pull out coins. I'm like, oh no, did you mix those two?
I mean, I did, but it's easy to tell what from what.
All right. So yeah, you easily crush its skull,
Sweet.
and there's no others in the immediate vicinity. The other ones are just coming down and starting to pick up the pace. All right. So Alduin, you finally get to the top. What do you all do now? There's some zombies
Zombies.
running
To
down.
command the elementals to attack the zombies.
Zombies.
All right. They will, yeah. So, right now there are 2 zombies that are coming down the alleyway. How are you going to have the Myrmidon distribute actions and stuff? So,
One Myrmidon to each one.
all right. So, go ahead and...
Yeah, I need to get more dice out.
Yeah, go ahead and just roll all of the attack dice, all of the attack rolls for one of the Myrmidons.
Maybe we should just get Erica a huge thing of D8s.
Well, I was planning on getting a dish for us to just be able to dump a bunch of dice in. And then we just order a bunch of dice from Tabletop Loot.
And then they send us even like extra bonus dice because that's what they do.
Yeah, I should at some point make a order for just us.
God damn
Keep cocking it
Yep.
on the other dice.
it. Yep. 17, 18, 13.
They all hit.
Oh, that was so much quieter than the other one.
7, 8, 9, 18.
All right. That one goes down. You see the Myrmidon kind of cut into it a bit. It seems to stagger a moment, and then the Myrmidon chops the its final hit, chops its head off. And you see the body just collapse. Now for the other Myrmidon.
18, 18, 14.
Yeah, they all hit.
Wow. 11, 15, 24.
Oh no.
Whew, this one dies on the first blow. Which actually, now that I think about it, unless you guys
You want to stand up?
I like doing it though.
unless you guys truly want to, you do not have to roll damage dice for these things.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm pretty much using the Myrmidons as a spear tip.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying in the case of the Ashen Zombies, the standard ones.
Yeah.
I am using a set of rules that I found online that I really liked.
If it
Yeah,
hits, it
basically you
kills.
hit.
Well, you hit, they go down. If they're undead, fortitude lets them.
Yeah.
It'll leave shortly, hopefully.
But there's a few extra things, but we're not going to talk about those.
Oh dear. That makes me slightly nervous, Jake.
All right. You guys do hear more moaning coming from the street as this time 4 zombies come into the alleyway. You guys can head back the other way if you guys want to abandon this fight, which could keep going for a while, or you can try to fight through the crowd.
Do we have to go this way to get to where we're going?
I don't believe so.
No, I think
No,
there are probably other ways.
There's several routes behind you. So if you go that way, it kind of splits off.
It might take us a little bit longer, but it might be worth just skipping the fight and saving time, because I've only got these guys for 8 hours.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
Yep. So
So-
we'll close up the manhole and keep moving on.
All right. So yeah, I'm assuming that the Myrmidons are going to stay there for just a moment to...
Yeah. Cover
Okay.
our asses, and
Yeah.
what I'll probably do is I'll keep one at the front and one at the back.
Okay.
One to cook. You get it.
All right. So you cover the manhole and you guys start taking off. The Myrmidons eventually split off when they feel comfortable abandoning where they're at, and they manage to catch up to you. So now what do you guys do? You guys are heading towards a little bit to the southwest.
Yeah, we're going to the bathhouse of Flynn.
Yep.
Or what's left of it.
All right. So how are you guys going to approach heading there? Are you guys trying to keep watch as to where everything is? Or are you just trying to
Probably.
run as fast as possible?
I think we should. Honestly, it might be better to just move fast and keep the Myrmidons separating things from us, because if they're surviving purely on magic at this point,
Yeah, we need to go.
we might want to haul ass.
Yeah.
All right.
Like I'm a pretty hefty spellcaster. I've got a pretty deep pool of spell points.
All right. So
I'll take up the rear because I can see what's going on behind us.
Okay.
If we have anything big coming after us.
all right. So for the sake of this is just to kind of see how dramatic some things turn out. How about all of you give me a strength athletics check?
Can you be acrobatics?
Nope.
14, 15,
Not for running.
17, 18, 19.
10.
10.
I don't like to run.
Whoo, boy, you guys.
Hey, I rolled good.
I know. All right, so
I'm in high heels.
so you begin.
Yo, I couldn't have been of Constitution athletics. You had your
No.
chance to make a Constitution skill check, Jake, and you missed it.
So far, you guys are on an island surrounded by water. We're not done yet.
No.
All right, so you guys begin to take off running through the streets. The Myrmidons, on occasion, they kind of turn into another alleyway, and you see them start to fight off some more zombies. And you guys kind of go in a different direction as you see the hordes kind of in different areas. However, Tell and Alduin, running really hasn't been your specialty.
Tell doesn't like to run.
Tell, you're kind of getting like a little bit of chafing in there. It's just, ugh!
The fucking boots. His boots are healed.
Yeah, your feet are like getting sore, and it's just.
The heels are getting caught on like cobblestones and shit. He's like, fuck.
My heels aren't as drastic as yours, but I'm still wearing like a pair of hard-heeled boots. Like that shit's not meant for running.
Alduin, you're kind of in that boat of like, oh my god, oh no, just both of you are like, oh, this running shit is not fun. I need one other check from you guys. It's a survival check.
Fuck.
Can it be intelligence survival?
Let's try my.
I will allow you to do it because of the use of your arcane eye.
14.
said survival?
Yes.
16. Not too bad.
10.
It's a good thing you have your partners with you. While they are
Wait, is this based on sight?
survival check?
Yeah.
Yes and no. This is more for navigating where you guys are going.
I just get advantage on anything that involves wisdom based on sight.
Now, I have a second question for you. Are you heading for the stairs, or are you heading for the edge of this level?
Stairs. I cannot cast Featherfall right now.
Okay.
Because hold on. Let me double check that. Because I think Featherfall... Oh, no. Featherfall is not a concentration.
So that is up to you as to whether or not that's something you want to
Yeah,
approach.
do you guys want to take the fast way down?
What? What?
What is the fast way?
Fast
all
way?
way?
Well, we can take the stairs, or we can jump the cliff and I can do Featherfall.
Nakane goes pale.
Let's go.
From a purple to kind of a
A
very lavender.
A lilac.
Does Featherfall, like if I were to pick Nakane up and I had Featherfall cast on me,
Well, I could just cast Featherfall on
I
Nakane
know,
too.
but Nakane is also Big Spook, and I was like, if she was gonna be like,
Well,
Tell
no,
was
I'm
just
saying,
gonna wank her,
like,
or
even-
like yank her.
even if you're holding her, I can cast Featherfall on her too, while you're holding her.
Nakane's like,
That's a good question though. Is if you are feather falling and you catch someone who, if you're
Isn't-
holding someone who isn't feather falling, what happens? That is something we'll have to
I
discuss.
believe
it
it
a-
comes down to strength. I believe that
Yeah.
one's actually been asked before.
Yeah, I think it's similar to how carrying creatures with fly
Yes.
is. It all depends on how strong you are. So, if you have the strength for it, you probably could. The question is, can you with all that armor?
How heavy is the living wood armor? Is it like heavier or lighter than a normal set of plate?
It's lighter than steel, but not by a huge amount.
So not enough to negate like the disadvantage on stealth.
No.
Nakane is also half my size.
Yeah.
more so.
the-
more than.
The living metal has more to do with its
Yeah, the
with the
horse.
properties of how it can be crafted and
Chinese
stuff of that nature.
Tiny tiefling.
Basically,
Yes.
metal that Faye can use.
I really love the thought of like way less than average heights for certain creatures. Like tiny tieflings.
Makes sense.
I love this good orc content that's in the chat right
Oh, I love orcs.
Yeah, Enrique Orglacius. Try on
Orcs need
Sail Orc
loves
for
too.
Sail Orc Moon for size.
Oh my god.
I'm dead.
All right. So you are heading to the edge. I take it then.
Nakane is like,
Well, I mean, at the same time, you technically don't have to ask because she did not do as well on her survival check.
Oh no, I asked.
Okay.
We can put a blindfold on you if that'll make you feel better. Then you won't see how far you're falling.
Jill just scoops her up and is like, okay, let's go! And he jumps her.
Nakane's like,
Wait, I haven't cast the spell.
I mean, it's a reaction. I can cast it pretty fast.
Yeah.
don't forget your d20 for.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
You missed the spell, and Nakane tells splat.
5. Well, I no matter the result of
The spell always goes
Wilds,
off.
the surges, the spell always goes off.
That's good at least.
Just sometimes it doesn't always turn out the way you want.
But yeah, I cast Featherfall on you, and you guys fall at a rate of 60 feet per 6 seconds.
Which is significantly slower than.
Yes.
So it actually still feels pretty fast. You're falling at a rate of 10 feet a second.
Nakane is a koala bear on top, on tail. Tail and everything.
Tell us
Wait.
the Howl's Moving Castle walk.
with Nakane's strength, there's probably some like uber squeezing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, I can cast it on up to 5 fallen creatures, 1, 2, 3, and then the Myrmidons.
All right. So here's what happens.
Oh boy.
All of you are running along. Between Alduin and Tel, you guys are managing to navigate, while Nakane is sometimes having to slow down to let you guys catch up, as you guys have to stop every now and then to catch your breath, not feel strained. As you get closer to the edge of the wall, there is or the edge of basically the edge of the cliff. You guys come out of the buildings, and you see that there's a horde of these ashen zombies on either side of you.
Oh, good.
And they all kind of turn and look at you at that moment, and you hear their moaning. And they start to move towards you.
Hate that.
Yep.
Hate that, hate that.
So
So where are we at on the map now?
on the map,
Just so I can get a
Idea.
idea.
you guys are about here.
Okay.
So we're on that final level? Or are we on
You
the
are
edge of
you
the
are
cliff?
on the edge of the cliff right now.
And the zombies are also up on the cliff with us, or they're down below?
They're up on the cliff with you. They're surrounding the buildings that you guys were near.
Wait, where did we started off? Up here, right?
Nope. You started off over here.
Okay.
So you guys kind of navigated this way to avoid. You weave between places.
All right, time to jump.
So you guys are jumping. The Myrmidons are coming with you in the same fashion, correct?
Yes.
All right. So the Myrmidons also kind of leap after you. There's a few of the Ashen Zombies that also attempt to leap after you. you see, like as one of them like had gotten like a sprint at you guys, and just as you guys like leaped off, he leaped after you. You guys slow down. He does not. He just sails right past you.
God, I see that and goes,
And you guys fall for, it would probably be like a good 20 seconds. This is actually pretty high up.
Okay, 200 feet. That's not bad.
Yeah. So
That's the cap for fall damage.
yes. You see the Ashen Zombie that had jumped after you. There's a few more that kind of like as the zombies had followed you, like their buddies accidentally pushed them over the edge. So you see the first Ashen Zombie pass by you, and then a few more just kind of topple after. And as they hit the ground, you just see them burst into dust, or specifically ash.
Well,
And there's a moaning above you as the zombies are all kind of standing near the edge.
gross.
But as you guys are falling, you look out and you can see the fire elemental. You see it kind of like raise up what looks like two hands and slam down. And you hear this crackle of energy. From where you guys are falling, you can also roughly see where they're at. Unlike what you actually got from Kahamet, the building is not destroyed. Everything around it is destroyed.
Okay.
okay.
The building itself, though, is covered in a protective shell of magic.
Okay.
So you guys see that. You also see, it's a little bit harder to see because at least the fire elemental is huge. But around it, you think you see a bunch of those steam goblin things. And there's quite a number of them. All right. So you guys continue your fall slowly until it's not like a you just drift down and touch
It's
down.
still 10 feet a second.
Yeah, so you drop down and like you land on the ground, your knees buckle a little bit, and you're like, whew, shit.
Did you ever jump off the top of a slide in a playground?
Once, and I landed wrong on my back.
Well, of course you did. It's you.
But yeah, so you guys hit the ground. Not hard enough to do damage, but you know.
Still hard enough.
Nakane is like
Oh, my ankles.
visibly shaking.
Del gently sets her down
She's like,
and then shakes his ankles out.
Nakane is like,
You did good. You did good. It's okay.
yep.
All right, now you guys are in the residential district with all the burnt out husks of houses.
We keep hauling ass.
Yep.
Myrmidons, when we get there, you guys are gonna take care of all the little guys and keep them off our backs while we blow up the fire elemental. No
No offense.
offense. He's
Not-
an evil fire elemental. You guys are chill. I need to give you guys names. Do you have names?
You can call us what you like.
One of them is named Lillian. I just decided.
There is something that you would probably know about most elementals. Most of them are not willing to give away their true names.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. So Lillian.
Lillian and William.
Lillian and William.
Yes.
William and William.
Oh, God, you're trying to kill me here. All right. No offense taken.
But he's kind of like trying to fuck people up right now. So like, you guys are chill. He's not.
I don't
Are
think
we
any
not
parts of
doing
them
the
is
same
chill.
thing?
It's a little bit different.
Not really.
It is a little bit. I'll explain the moral, the gray stuff later. We need to go take care of this.
We can get into cons ethics and morality later.
All right. Because you guys got a very clear view of where the bathhouse to Sally was, I'm not going to make you guys roll survival for this. Bathhouse of Blend. Bathhouse of Sally makes no goddamn sense. Unless
So
you,
it's like,
unless you fill a.
I mean, they're a bunch of nerds. They probably need a bathhouse.
Need is not the same as have. I was gonna say is just fill a bathtub full of books. Bathhouse of Sally.
Once a month, all the priests of Blim go up there and go, come on, you need to go to the bathhouse.
You smelly nerds.
dunk. Wait, I'm still in my clothes.
The library of Sully just smells like a boys' locker room.
Or the game rooms at anime cons.
They have prestidigitation. It doesn't smell like that. It's got a mask of old book smell. All right.
Survived the X spray. Thank you, Orcs.
All right. However, I'm gonna have you guys roll another strength athletics.
19?
12, a little better now. Is Nakane falling behind now?
9, yeah. She's still shaken from her falling experience.
Yeah. So with that, you're falling a little bit behind. It's a lot less of the physical strain. Both of you seem to have gotten your stride. You figured out a pattern of running that doesn't kill your ankles.
My ankles!
I'm just imagining Aldwin and Tell sprint down the street and I hear us clack, 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 clack.
That is
clack,
exactly
clack.
what's
Oh my god,
happening.
there's 2 pairs of boots going. It sounds like a horse sprinting down the street.
And unfortunately, that noise does draw some attention, as a bunch of the little steam goblin things begin, trying to come after you. The myrmidons start cutting them down. So they get slowed down a bit because of the steam goblins. There's more of them, even if they're a bit weaker. And eventually I'm guessing you guys will eventually slow down before you get too close to the area. So this is actually where I'm going to switch over.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, I need all of you. All right. So this is going to be equivalent to mass combat rules.
Give me just a second, Jake. I gotta move that camera a little bit.
Oh, I wasn't perfect in that? Damn. Okay. Let's see. We're going to use these 2. All right. So these are your 2 myrmidons as well. They are with you. Now,
Oh
each
boy.
each of these is not one. Each of these represents 10 of the steam goblin things.
I hate this.
I want to look at these little minis real quick. I'll put them back.
Did you paint those, Jake, or are those unpainted?
Those are unpainted.
That's a different color of plastic. Usually I see like a lot of the darker ones.
Are they primed?
Yeah, they're
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say.
I'm using
A
a
Durgan?
I'm using a Chardon because I don't have a fire elemental and don't feel like
I was
setting
gonna say.
and don't feel like setting the table on fire.
I was spooked for a second. I was like, I did that. You said it was an elemental, not a Durgan.
Yes,
Jake realized he owns no elementals.
I only own an earth elemental and I have no idea where it is.
I think it's in here.
Oh shit. Probably is.
Because it was in the box that we took with us to one of the conventions.
You are correct. But I don't have any other elemental. And I need to fix that.
I swear I've seen... So the one I'm thinking of, it's like really broad in the shoulder and it tapers down and it doesn't, below the waist, it doesn't have any legs. It's just a wisp that attaches to the base.
I have some ghosts that kind of look like that.
It almost looks a little bit like Frozen Terror Nocturne from League.
I have these guys.
No,
Oh,
it's
those
not
are
that.
cool.
Yeah, those are spirits.
I haven't gotten to look at this. Oh, that's
He's
cool.
got some really cool figures up there. My favorite one is the
Knox.
the big skeleton one, the light green one all the way in the back right.
This.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, the Mortis engine.
Yeah, the Mortis engine. That's what it's called.
Hell yeah.
There's a book on the stand too that I have an obsession with painting books
I love that.
for whatever reason.
That is probably my favorite mini you ever painted. That thing is so fucking cool.
It took like 30 hours to paint. Wow, first time I'm using a painted Chardon on the table, and it's not even for Wrath of Chardon.
I haven't gotten to see fully painted a Charlotte. Wow, that looks good.
But yeah, so these are the squares that are on here now. We are treating them as a bit bigger than 10 feet, obviously.
That is a really small mini for how big a Charlon is supposed to be.
It's for the board game.
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, and you know what? That's actually supposed to be a 15 by 15 mini.
Yeah.
He's designed for 1-inch squares.
Yeah, I mean, I have some better dragons.
Big spooky.
That's an undead dragon. I haven't painted yet. I really want to get around to.
I desperately need you to paint that one next.
Yeah, same.
I want to get through the rest of my Dark Souls minis.
Yeah.
Because those are some of my favorites. Also, I want a fully painted Dark Souls game. All right. So the squares here, we're gonna say are roughly, we'll say 30 feet.
Okay.
So you can see kind of like how big the buildings are and stuff. That's mostly what I was going off of. And so you see the elemental kind of over the bathhouse to Blinn, and there's a bunch of other of the steam goblin things kind of surrounding it, kind of looking in that direction. Now I'm going to let you guys decide how you want to approach this situation.
Not at all.
Oh no.
If it wasn't concentration, banishment, just banish the elemental back to whatever plane it came from.
It still gets to make a save for that.
Yeah. But it's a charisma saving throw, and I can't imagine Dickhead as a very good charisma caster.
Alternatively, he might be the best charisma caster. But all right. So, how do you guys want to approach this? More or less all of you guys fit on one square. It's just I wanted all of you to have multiples in case you wanted to split off from each other.
Okay, so have they noticed this yet?
They have not.
Okay. So our best bet, like I said, use the Myrmidons to cut through, have them keep the ads off us, and then once we get up here, you can beat the dragon up with your hammer.
Elemental.
I mean, I could also use the fuck you sword.
Yeah, but the fuck you sword's not magical.
The fuck you sword is magical.
No, it's
No, it's not.
it's living metal.
Oh, okay. I thought because it was living metal, it's magical.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll use Dad Nor's
We'll
hammer.
fix that later, though. You can make items magical later.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, that's actually how magical items are made. Usually, you create the base item and then you enchant it.
Oh.
There's a very few that you actually have to go through multiple processes to build.
Yeah, potions being.
But, all right. So you're gonna try to cut through.
Yeah, cut through. We'll get Nikane up close. I don't know what. Tell where the fuck are you gonna be?
Wherever you think I should be.
Beating up the dragon somehow. However,
The elemental?
elemental, dragon, same difference. They both are gonna beat us up with fire.
Alright.
So you're all
I don't think I've really ever been in combat with you that's not like something small. Like normally I'm off doing my own thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
As opposed to this, which is we are all fighting exactly the same thing?
Well, no, the last time I was in a big combat with you, you were still the other witch.
it was
before you redid your character sheet,
Oh.
and you were still using the pokey stick.
Oh, the big quarterstaff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't do that anymore.
Mm-mm.
Because immediately after you switched, Aldwin left, so I don't actually know what you do anymore.
Now, are you guys trying to get right up to it? I know you definitely are, but
I'm gonna try and stay somewhere between 60 and 100 feet away from it.
well, I mean, this scale actually lets you choose that,
Yeah, so
but we are gonna have to play this out for you
I'm
guys
not
getting there.
actually going to. We're not actually moving what I want for reference. This one's gonna be somewhere around here.
If you hit me with a goddamn fireball, we're gonna fight.
It's not gonna be a fireball. It's gonna be a cold ball. Why would I use fire on a fire elemental?
Same difference.
Okay, so you guys will not be starting there because
Right.
you guys actually have to get there first.
Right.
And then we'll have the
Myrmidons try to.
yeah.
Keep these nerds off our back.
All right, so whereabouts are you guys trying to cut across first and then
Shoot up the middle, yeah.
go right up the middle?
Yep.
All right, so they're all kind of moving on the same square. So, you guys aren't trying to be stealthy at this point, are you?
No.
I don't think there's a possibility of getting a stealth hit off here.
All right.
I mean, I could if I wanted to, like, throw my hammer.
You can't throw it that far because your maximum range is here.
Yeah.
Each square is 30 feet.
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
All right. So you guys basically rush out, and at this point, some of the steam goblins turn around and they see you. And I'm gonna use Faerun's card for this because reasons.
Yeah, we need to get you a couple extra cards that just say like NPC X.
NPC 1, NPC 2, Monster Group 1.
Yeah.
Eventually I'll get around to it.
Make a makeshift one.
Yes, so at this point now, everyone kind of sees each other. The fire elemental is still kind of trying to bash in the shield, so it doesn't quite see you. So what do you guys do? And remember, each square is 30 feet. So Dash is moving 2 squares.
Yep.
I'm probably going to. How far can the Myrmidons move? They got a 40-foot move, so that's going to be weird, but.
We'll do 2 squares.
Yeah.
There's no easy way to do
Yeah,
that.
there isn't.
Also, I'm not counting diagonals different.
Yeah.
That's just a pain in the ass to do here.
Nikane, do you want to go right down the center and we'll have the Myrmidons flank you?
Yep, sounds good to me. So I'll just do a dash and go
1, 2.
1, 2.
And then the Myrmidons will
They will-
flank you.
Are they going to be in the same square?
Yeah, they'll probably be.
That's just the easiest way to keep track of it. And then what are
I'm going to move 1 square because I don't need to be as close. and I'm going to fire off a lightning bolt with a lightning bolt wand across.
It travels 120.
Yeah, so 30. If I fire it through here, will that still hit this one?
Yeah, we'll say it does.
Okay. So 30, 40. And we'll just say, yeah, I'm only going to be able to hit the one group. But
Okay.
I'm only going to fire off the level 3 version, so it's only using one charge.
All right, so I'm gonna make one save, because otherwise this is gonna get fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They fail. So instead of rolling for damage, roll a d10. This is the easiest way I can think of doing this without making this overly complicated.
9.
Okay, 9 of them die. So there's one left in that group. Again, this is the easiest way I can think of doing it. So there is one left in that group. He did fire off a lightning bolt, so...
Ooh, and lightning against steam.
Yeah, they just... Alright, Tell.
Telemen. By the way, the rat that's named after Telemen, he's such a little shit.
She's figured out where the light switch is behind their cage, and figures out that once that switch goes on, the sun turns on, and now it's daytime.
Now it's playtime.
And it's awake time, and she doesn't want to be awake, so she started to try and nip our fingers through the bars of the cage to get us to not turn on the light. No, it must be dark.
Already
You infused her with the spirit of Tell.
It's like we infused the little Nakane rat with
The spirit of anxiety.
the spirit of anxiety. She's such a good little rat, but she's so scared of everything. She has to hide under my hair or on top of my head.
Spooked.
And she just freezes there. She looks fake in one of the pictures that I
Alright.
took of her.
So what is Tell doing here?
Hold on.
For once, I'm glad I actually gave you guys a huge area to work with. Because it's very, very few times that you actually get to play... Like, 120 feet suddenly becomes, like, an actual issue you have to worry about.
Yeah.
So I start casting my real spells and I can just extend the range to a mile.
You still have to spend points for that, though, so... It uses a resource.
I like your little...
So each of the squares is 30 feet then?
Correct. And don't worry about what diagonals do. I just don't care. It is not worth the effort.
Truth.
Math is fun sometimes.
Yeah, like,
If they're 5-foot squares, that makes sense because
Yeah.
it's easy. It's much easier to work with. But when your movement speed is 30 feet,
like when Cleric Alina cast Move Water on an ocean.
Would this guy be within 60 feet of me if I moved
Yes.
here?
yeah, if you move there, that group would be within 60 feet.
Okay.
Wow, Nind really did leave for the worst campaign. This would be perfect for Faerun.
Uh-huh.
All those big AoE spells.
I'm going to...
Fire.
That did look cool, though.
I had to.
Adam! You seen that meme?
No, I
The
haven't.
Vine?
I don't think I have.
It's a kid like vaping all of his smoke onto the table, and then his friend comes up and goes and blows it all away. He turns around and he goes, Adam!
Sarah, help me!
Sarah! Okay. I'm gonna do negative energy flood towards this
Ooh.
these fucking idiots.
Ooh.
All right, what does it do?
It's pretty, like, the effect is in the name.
Shut
It's a
up.
flood of negative energy.
Oh shit, hold on. That's only one creature.
You always can, but I'm just mentioning.
It's a group of 10.
It's a group of 10.
Fuck. I don't think I have anything that goes that
That looks so cool.
Most big AoE spells are 60 feet or more.
It almost looks like milk.
Well, the one I was going to use was 30 feet, but nothing is close enough.
If Don't you have a spirit that lets you dash as a bonus action?
No.
Damn it. It wasn't worth a shot. I
know.
don't actually know anything about that class.
No.
It is actually really cool the more we read about it. And I know I had approved it before. It's just, I blanked on it because we've never used it.
I approved it, but solely based on Vox's word that it wasn't broken.
With enough spirits, it can be scary, but it's not terrible. Especially because they will actually consume an entire slot for spells. So as you get them higher up in level, it actually consumes.
I just have permanently less spell points than I'm supposed to.
Yeah. With the restriction that if it's level 6 or higher, it'll actually restrict them from casting spells of that level.
Okay. I think I'm actually going to do something of a protection here. Okay. So what I'm actually going to do is cast Shadows of Moil on my shelf so that getting through these idiots is a little easier.
That's fair.
Yeah. So it, like, flame-like shadows wrap around Tell. And it turns dim light within 10 feet of me into darkness and bright light to dim light. And it heavily obscures me from enemies.
All right, so you just...
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then if anything tries to attack me...
It's got disadvantage. Because
No. Well, that too, but it, the shadows attack it. So shit can't get close to me.
What level spell is that?
Good question. I don't remember. 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's
All right,
a fun one.
so you get shrouded in shadows.
Slurp.
Revelry in the dark.
Revelry in the dark.
Oh no.
Are you saying tell us Tokiyami?
Yes.
Yes.
That was a question?
Oh my god, you've got the bird and everything. You are Bird Son.
Bird.
Just let's avoid putting Kahmet over your head.
Yeah. I think that would be a little weird.
That's when he rests on both of your shoulders and just lays
She
his head.
she just puts her head up on top of, in between the horns.
Oh,
I mean, she's big enough.
Yeah.
They're huge fucking birds.
Yeah.
All right, so it's time for the little steam elementals to go. All right, so in order for them to actually attack, they actually have to occupy the same space as you guys. For obvious reasons. So these are going to charge into Tell Square. They're going to move in front of you. These ones are going to... Basically, they're all just starting to move. So they can't attack you because they dashed. But they are all sort of in the area surrounding you. So you've got 10 of these little steam things completely surrounding you. Oh, shoot.
I just realized I have to get pictures of this.
That's fair. Alrighty. So, with that in mind, what do you guys do now? You see them all start to kind of scurry around. The flame elemental has given zero shits as to what's going on.
I realize it's not what I have now.
No.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
I'm excited.
Nakane grins. Actually, I do need the 2 HP.
Now, just to remind you, range. The ones that are in front of you, you technically can't hit with melee attacks.
You'd
Okay.
be occupying the same square as
Yep.
them.
To attack something in melee range, you have to occupy the same square, with the exception of the flame elemental, because that's just a pain to do at the same time.
Keep going. Keep going. Spells take up like the last quarter of the book.
From experience, there's a good reason why.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait for the excitement of this, and I'm not going to pay attention to what you're doing. Tal, is there something you're going to do to them while here?
Well, that's only 30 feet away from you, so you could take up one square with it.
Here.
No, I would drop it right on this one here in front of you.
Reading the rules, always a fun time.
No.
Yeah.
Here's why. Is it's only going to damage 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Guardian of Faith.
Ah,
Because it automatically just triggers a flat 20 damage, and it disappears once it deals 60 damage.
yeah, that is much better to put right next to the flame elemental and just
Yeah.
let it laser beam the hell out of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then I saw the range was only 30 feet. I was like, shit,
Yeah.
alright.
Guardian of Faith is really good for clogging up a doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Although, you know what would be really cool here, and it's a shame you don't have it on you? Can you imagine swinging that big sword through multiple of the steam goblins at the same time?
Yeah, but it's not a magical weapon, so when it comes time to fight the flame elemental.
Yep. We need to get you that magical sheath.
Oh, the one that
Oh, it's a dagger sheath, but you can put any bladed weapon into it.
the sheath of
That's
holding.
fun.
Uh-huh. Can you just imagine Akane like has this teeny tiny little dagger and like is about to pull it out, and the bad guy's like, oh, what the fuck are you gonna do with that? And Akane goes, hammer!
Or
Just
giant sword.
just keeps pulling out a blade. Oh, hold on.
God.
Oh, I didn't even think that. That thing's probably got one of the big, the handles on the back of the blade.
uh-huh.
Probably.
I think I need to draw that now.
That's fair. I described it to a certain extent, but I never fully fleshed it out. It was a big ass sword. You look like you have something you're ready to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna destructive wave these fucking idiots in front of me.
All right, could you describe the spell a little bit more?
Yes. So striking the ground, so he probably taps his staff.
Ting.
And
Fucking
a
Gandalf.
burst of, it says divine energy ripples outward from you. Each creature you choose within 30 feet has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I don't have really pulled out.
All right,
abilities.
so I'm gonna make one roll because this just makes it easier. All right. What happened?
Mine is my save it, or my guy is 17. Did
Oh.
they-
Okay. And what else? What happens overall?
So, if they fail it, they take 5d6 thunder damage and 5d6 radiant or necrotic damage, whichever I choose.
And if they succeed?
They succeed, half as much damage. Oh, and they're knocked prone if they fail. If they succeed, it takes half as much damage and isn't knocked prone.
Now, I realize I should probably do this whenever I roll the saving throw. I should probably then roll a d10 to see how many of them... Wow, this system is crazy. They all succeed.
Okay. Still take
Yes.
10d6 of, well, half of 10d6.
All right. So, instead of rolling damage,
Okay.
roll a d10. That's going to determine how many of them actually kick the bucket.
Okay. That's a 12. There's my 10.
We're kind of playing this by ear because 8. Okay, so 8 of them, despite having saved, just get obliterated as you Gandalf tap the ground and they all just. All right, so there's 2 left in that All right. Who
Uh,
else?
hit one with my hammer.
Well, move in range first. And if you're gonna attack multiple times, roll both of the attacks.
Okay, yeah, I'll attack both times. So let me.
Okay. And this is a group of full. This is a group of 10.
Yeah. I know. I don't have a whole lot of AOE. I don't
Yeah.
have any AOE actually.
No, you don't. I'm looking at it. You've got nothing.
Yeah.
Paladins, from my understanding, they are very focused dueling casters or like dueling heroes.
So yeah, there's
So
basically.
I'll shine once we get up to here.
Yeah.
But right now with this
But you
AOE
do have the Myrmidons with you.
That are going to follow along and probably do the attacks.
Yep.
I nat 20
Ooh.
on my first attack.
Go ahead and roll the attacks for the
Both of
Myrmid-
them or just one at a time?
for both. It really they just have to succeed
so
to
here's the
kill 'em.
4d8 for.
You don't have to roll damage.
Oh, okay. Well.
Basically, if you hit, they die. If you want to roll damage to see how much you do, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just there. Oh, and then I roll a d10.
I will let you do something though, because you got a natural 20, and because this is you're doing hand-to-hand combat and mass combat.
Yeah.
Roll it again.
Roll the d20. Roll a d20.
Roll another d20. All right. That's 16 plus a shitload.
Yeah.
Because you're.
That's oh yeah. That one's
That's
yours.
me.
Did you roll both of your attacks?
Yeah, I did.
What was the?
The other one was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
So you're gonna kill 3 of them.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your 6 attacks.
I'm gonna roll 3 at a time because it's easier. 10, 13, 8.
I'm just gonna roll my 4d8s to see.
The
what I did
10 will
damage.
not succeed. So that was 1 success, I believe. Because
Okay.
one of them was 13.
Yes.
Yeah.
14, 26, 18. So 4 successful attacks out of 6.
All right. Which means a total of 6 of them died in that group.
Altogether, I think I did.
I'm gonna signify
Altogether,
this
I think in that first attack I did 21 points of damage.
I'm marking how many units are left there
Yeah.
because could you slide that next to the one that is adjacent? Nope, not that one. One more.
What was that on?
That was 1. Because there's one guy left. And you are both in that group. All right. So that was Nikane and the Myrmidons. Aldwin.
Gonna move up here behind them all, and I'm gonna fire off another lightning bolt at this group over here.
Alrighty. I gotta roll it. I'm running out of d10s. Shit.
Are we trying to get rid of these idiots first and then attacking the fire
We're
elemental?
just clearing the ones that are on the way,
Yeah.
and since I can't move any more further because Nikane is in front of me, I'm just clearing out a group that's to my side.
Okay, so if we could attack the big guy, should we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't.
But
because
I'm
melee.
still 30, 40, 50, or sorry,
I need to
30,
be here to be able to throw my hammer
60,
at it
90,
and smite from a
120.
distance.
I am still at least one
Any
square off
lobby.
being within range
Sorry.
to hit him with any of my big spells.
Lightning Bolt seems to be the MVP of this. Because 9 of them just failed. So what I've been doing for people at home is I've been rolling a d10 to see how many the die roll is going to determine. So I rolled a 9 on this, and then I rolled a d20 to see what their save was. And that told me how many would have that. The rest would have the exact opposite result. Just because that makes it easier.
Instead of trying to keep track of
Oh, actually, you need to roll a d10 now.
80 life totals.
Yeah. So roll a d10 to see how many of them will actually die from the spell.
Can't believe I just got a cock die with 1 die in the tray. 2.
Okay, so actually 2 will die. So that will leave 8. But 9 of them failed their saves. There's This is the only way that I can make sense of all of this and not keep track of health points and bullshit.
That's it for me. I need one more square before I can drop the spell that I want to drop.
All right. This means it's time for all the little guys. I'm going to finally get rid of a mini on the table. So this one is going to merge with this group.
Thank God.
This group is going to move 2 into your square. Oh, God. This group is going to move 2 and merge into that square. Actually, no, they won't be able to. There's pretty much too many there. So they're basically going to step
Swarm
away.
behind.
Yep. Fucking everything is...
Looks like we are clearing everything out before we get up there.
I have something that can hit it.
Alright, however, there are some attacks that need to be made. So, your spell shroud.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do to creatures that are attempting to attack you?
So if they, I think it's if they hit me with an attack. Hold on. I'm gonna find it again.
One of them is going to be hitting you.
Okay. Where did it go?
Even with disadvantage? He's heavily obscured right now.
You are correct. No, none of them hit you.
I should keep that out.
So it doesn't matter. They both suck.
Yeah. Creature hits with an attack. The shadows automatically deal 2d8 at necrotic damage.
I'm gonna back the dice out because I'm gonna need a lot more here very soon.
Yeah, because there's 8 of them in my square.
But they dashed to get there.
Oh, thank God.
I was gonna say a lot of them dashed.
Which, moving out of one of those squares is now incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
Alright.
What, you mean you don't want to keep track of initiative, health, and attacks for 100 plus enemies? That's why Jake doesn't even deal with initiative.
I took initiative out of this game because fuck that shit. It's not fun.
True.
Plus, after how long we've been playing without it, it would just be weird.
Yeah.
Only one of these things hits Nakane.
Jeeves.
Because one of them is attacking Nakane. So Nakane, you're getting attacked by 5.
Okay.
Out of the 5 of them, one of them hits you.
Oh no. What the hell I do?
You're going to take 9... We're going to call it fire damage.
Steam.
Yes.
Most steam damage is fire damage.
Yeah.
5e.
Yeah. I had to think about that because I'm like, shit, what did I do last time? Because these are the same things that attacked you guys on the boat. So yeah, you take 9 fire damage as 5 of them try to maul you.
It kind of goes, okay.
Alright. Alduin is getting surrounded by some of these things. I mean, you can see all of them starting to swarm on you as well.
I'm gonna do the thing again.
Yeah, because it is up to you guys again.
Except for me, right?
Hey, Jake.
Or does that reset completely already?
Yeah, they were the last ones to go. You rolled another fucking map for me. Don't forget what... Okay, so what was the first roll?
I rolled them at the same time. The first one was a 6, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, that'll hit. So two hits. But because again the rules remember we're not rolling attack or damage.
Yeah.
I'm only rolling damage against you guys because you guys actually have a health pool. Roll another attack because of the 20. I'm just kind of doing it as carry
17,
through.
18, 19, 20,
that.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So, actually, I need to be doing it this way. No, I've been doing that for AoEs and stuff. 3 of them are down, so back down to 2.
4, I'm just gonna roll damage, like, and just calculate it off to the side while you're doing everything else, because I actually want to see how much damage it is with that.
Okay. All right. So that was Nikane. The Myrmidons, I'm assuming they're doing the same thing.
Gareth.
How about it?
The Myrmidons. There are two of the
Yes.
steam. There's two of the steam guys left in that square.
The first one's gonna go, and if he defeats the two that are left, the next one's gonna move into the next square.
That's fair.
I really just need to start keeping my d20s in that tray. 14, 16, 17.
Yep, all three hit. So the rest of those will go down. I'm gonna keep this D10 nearby just for when more start dropping.
Actually, this one here, instead of moving forward in the next square, he's gonna go,
Towards that guy.
yeah.
All right.
And then Erica, since that square is clear, if you want, I don't know if you still got movement left, but you can move into that next square.
She absolutely can if she wants.
So on my attack, I did 80 points of damage.
Bonkers. Do you
Yeah.
want to move?
Yeah.
And that Myrmidon will go with her.
All right.
So move that die. That's
Right here.
that one.
Mm-hmm. So both of you are in the same square with 10 more steam goblin guys.
That Myrmidon over there is gonna go.
80 points of damage.
11 is the lowest roll.
The 11 will miss.
Okay, so he's gonna hit 2 of them then.
Roll my d8s.
I'll bring that down to 8.
I'm gonna pull out one more d20,
That's fair.
just in case I roll another nat 20.
Watch, now you're going to roll 2 nat 20s and it's going to be like, "Ooh, fuck."
Hey, fuck you! It's been my black one each time.
Oh, goody. All right. So that was Alduin.
Unless
No,
then I
that was
just
not Alduin. That was
Myrmidons?
yep, Myrmidons, which I'm using Myth for. So we got Alduin and Tell, who still haven't done anything.
So Nakane's in that square. Oh shit! I can't
Yet
move.
you are surrounded by 8 steam goblin guys. I've been calling them steam goblins because I don't have a better word for them right now.
I mean, Steam Goblins works.
Yeah.
They're short little monsters made of steam.
Steam Gremlins, maybe.
Gremlins.
Yeah, but we had determined gremlins were fey things.
God.
I guess I'm gonna lightning bolt them again.
This will be less effective because they are all in the same square as you. Just as a note, it will still hit quite a few of them.
Hold on, let me see if I've got.
Thunder wave?
Oh, I do have Thunder Wave. That's my sorcerer spells. That's why I wasn't seeing it. Oh no, I don't. No, I don't.
Oh, I was.
That would have been good.
Well, because usually that's a spell that you end up taking.
Yeah.
I love that spell.
It is a very good spell.
Do I just?
It's a cantrip, isn't it?
No.
No, it's a first level spell.
There is another one that's a cantrip that's
Similar.
similar.
I know I have one of them for for Kada.
Mm.
She goes, no, get the fuck away from me.
Get out of here.
Hold on a second. I might be missing a spell card.
Oh, you
I know exactly what I'm doing.
That's
if you
her.
wanna.
That's her.
Yeah, if you wanna
Yeah.
do your thing.
This is why we don't use initiative.
I'm gonna ice storm this idiot.
You're gonna ice storm him?
Yeah.
That-
It's a 300-foot range.
Hey, you know, that's legit.
I love Ice Storm.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
like
so just-
snowball swarm.
kind of give me a better description of what's
It's a
going on.
dexterity saving throw. He's probably gonna be like, ah, fuck, all right, and he's just lift up his staff and start kind of like swinging it, and like a storm cloud swirl will appear over top of this fool. This fool. And he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
He's gonna take it at disadvantage because technically he doesn't see you guys. Also, you can probably bet dexterity is not his strong suit.
Just fool.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna hit him.
Nice. And I roll damage for that one, right?
Yes, this one you absolutely need to roll damage.
I've got what I'm doing as soon as Tell's done.
All right, good.
Oh, while you're rolling damage, I'm going to Dimension Door.
Nice.
Well,
That's wow. We might actually see where the destination is on here.
Yes. Is there any buildings over here, or is this just
Nope,
empty
that
space?
that is all rubble and destroyed.
30, 60, 90, 120.
Shoot!
Bye!
Alduin just passes through a door and is gone. And you still have 30 feet of movement.
Almost.
I would have gone back one square.
No, because then he would have been out of range for a lot of spells, I'm guessing.
Yes. Specifically the spell I'm trying to cast, which is 150-foot range, but because of the radius of it, I don't want it to be right on the edge, because then Nikani won't be able to attack it.
Fair enough.
It just gets
So
blown
it's
farther away.
8
and I was
bludgeoning
like,
damage. And
Oh.
then 6,
Good.
12, 17 cold damage.
So 8 bludgeoning and 17 cold.
Yeah.
This is definitely magical, so that's important.
I don't know if it's sensitive to cold damage.
So describe what actually happens with the spell when it finally does get cast.
A hail of rock-hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range. So, a storm opens up, and then just, like, giant hail blocks come
Alright.
slapping down on that idiot.
So normally this would target all the creatures in a certain range. Well, because he is
The range.
the range, it's going to do... I'm going to kind of multiply the damage a little bit just because he's going to get hit by multiples of them, where most creatures would not. He's the size of a building.
Yeah.
So I think that's appropriate. So you see as of chunks of ice and rock fall from the sky, and they kind of collide with him, and you see steam just come off of it. And you hear it kind of go.
I think I made it mad.
And it begins to turn around.
Chantel just goes,
Yeah, pretty much.
And now this is where I need another. Hey, guess what? Are you fucking kidding me? This is my elementals card.
Well,
oh, and my little picture.
Yes.
Wait, hasn't Nikani gone already too? Yeah. Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
looking at the wrong side.
Yeah, transitions. So yeah, it has now decided to pay attention to all of you.
Does Ice Storm have a duration, or does it end as soon as it came?
it's an instant, so it doesn't hang around.
Okay.
All right.
Time to cast Storm Sphere, honey.
Yep, but I think now is a good time to do a break and the giveaway.
Yes, indeed, it would be. Which reminds me, I gotta do it on the. Motherfucker.
Do you know what your keyword is going to be?
We're gonna do it on here instead.
It's if you're talking about the one I think you are, it's installed on there.
Nope. It's not.
We had it. Yeah, see the. Oh, the Nightbot one.
Yeah. I gotta go with the Nightbot. Give me a second. Yes. My God. Yeah, this is where we can do it. And I don't actually have to click anything for it to open. So, this first set we're going to give away is the Lava Flow dice from Tabletop Loot. And to enter, type in the word elementals in chat for a chance to win the dice. But we are going to take a quick bio break, get some food, empty our bladders, get some extra drinks that we need, and we will be right back.
Tired of the road, tired of the sun. Miss my missus and her home cooked buns. Our backs are bent, our feet are sore. We're traveling along on the barren moor. But that's alright, and that's okay. We'll drink ale anyway. 9 foot grows heavy, stout grows trim. Harefoot gets hairy. Raise your flagons and fill 'em to the brim. That's alright and that's okay, 'cause we're all halflings anyway. This brew, that song, we dance together all night long. Dragon so dark, dark as night, failed to fly from the arrow's bite, fell from above on the tailor's house. Hey, everybody, get your dragon suit and blouse. This brew, that song, we dance together all night long. Tired of the road, tired of the sun. Miss my missus and her home cooked buns. Our backs are bent, our feet are sore. Been traveling along on the barren moor. But that's alright, that's okay. We'll drink ale anyway.
All the warmth and comforts that I miss upon the sea, the rest do look so paltry small when I compare to thee. Oh, Molly's right, the best girls in the land. To your every need, there's no place that I'd rather be. Short in stature, laid out drink, a dwarf who's parched and dry, then run you ragged through the night, all head and eyes for your delight. Oh, Molly's right, no other I can stand. Travel far and wide the sea, there's no place that I'd rather be. Adored and so at home you'll feel when you're at Molly's dive. Till money's spent, I'd not frequent another tavern of the night. Oh, Molly's right, they'll take you by the hand. All those girls who laugh and tales recording on Molly's right. Women gals from distant lands, exotic, dark and fine. Just take your pick and enter in, the worries vanish in no time. Oh, Molly's right, the most exotic band. When it's time to life from girls, just come and give the prize a try. To your every taste, be orc or elf or forfeit high. For a price, they'll bring their friends, and you'll be envied far and wide. Oh, Molly's right, the best girls in the land. To your every need, there's no place that I'd Greece and other parts of fair sweet Molly's bride. Oh, Molly's bride, best girl in the land. To your every there's no place that I'd rather be. Oh, Molly's bride, no other I can stand. Far and wide the sea, there's no place that I'd rather be.
Sing with me, yeah. Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about more. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine. Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about more. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
It's part of the seven seas, sailing with the Jolly Roger, but it's what we see. Aboard the vessel and get a copper, raise your kettles and have a fire. You blunder to fill 'em with plum. Now let's celebrate with rum.
Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about more. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
Once I was in the bridge, sailing through peaceful waters, quite 3 ships to the wind, when suddenly appears the Kraken.
Blow me down.
Must be the work of Davy Jones. Bring a spring upon her, for the love of Neptune, hey behold.
Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about more. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
All hands above, get the chest to the boats. We need to scuttle and get to the shore.
And hold me earnings.
Don't leave a piece of egg. Let's get to the coast where the pillows swing away. Finally got to the sun while the ship sinks in the water.
Son of a biscuit eater.
I really need a clap of thunder. We'll see each other again. You monster, I'll beat you up. Now let's find a place to drink and crack the gin stick up.
Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about more. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine. Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about more. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine. Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about more. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine. Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about more. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
Sing with me, yeah.
All right, and we're back. Go ahead and hit it. It's at the bottom.
Yay, roll for severity.
Roll for severity. I will include these dice with the dice I have yet to send you. Which we will get. we will get around to... I think I need to do that Monday. Because Sunday, you know, no post on Sunday.
Post on Sundays.
But yeah, I also have to pick up some more packages. I ran out of packages. You are back just in time, by the way. All right, so for those who did not win, we have one more giveaway at the end of the stream for these unnamed, transparent, blue swirly dice. Which, if Bailey were here, they'd probably name them.
Tells eyes.
Tell's eyes were... Oh, hold on.
They're black and blue.
Oh, yeah, you are correct.
Ah!
Oh, yes, it's the black,
Solera. Solera.
the name I can never fucking remember. And then the blue
The blue
pupils.
iris, yeah.
Man,
and he has cat eye
there's a
pupils.
cooler in here without Bailey in here.
Nope, still hot as hell.
Oh, I need to pop my back.
I did open...
I'm like, oh, the window's open.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful thing. I hope nobody gets
forgot
disturbed by this. Oh, I didn't get too many.
I'll pop your back later.
Yes, please.
Grab your
Oh,
water.
it doesn't want to.
I did tweak my arm a little bit. The way you do that looks hilarious, by the way. It's like you're doing a fake Neo dodge.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. All right. Oh, so I didn't let all of the little steam elemental things go yet. They had not attacked.
Hey, honey, will you check that coal?
So we're gonna start with the ones against Tell.
Biggie.
They have disadvantage, so we're gonna... One hits.
Okay.
4. That is going to be 10 fire damage.
Okay. Oh, and I gotta do...
Yeah, you got your thing. Wait, does it just do damage to whoever they
if
are?
something hits me with an attack. It does 2d8 necrotic damage.
We're gonna do this a simpler way. High or low?
High.
Okay, it's dead.
Nice.
That is the simple way of dealing with it. Okay, dokie. Oh, and now we gotta go around. Alright, so the one Myrmidon has 8 of these guys up against it. What is the Myrmidon's AC again?
Grab that.
Yes.
18.
Okay. 4 of the 8 hit. Ah! Oh! They don't do anything!
Oh, it's all fire damage.
They only do fire damage. So they slash at the Myrmidon. Nothing happens.
Myrmidon's
That's,
like, and?
That's William over there.
That's William.
Yeah.
Sir, they appear to be
Yeah.
completely ineffective.
Oh my god.
Good job, William.
I'm just imagining the Myrmidons talking like Trace.
Alright.
Trace.
So, with them...
Trinity blood.
With Alduin gone, these got very ADHD and decided to join up with the group surrounding Tell.
My bad. my bad.
The other group... God, I keep knocking into that. The other group that is just standing next to Akane does fuck all. They are basically waiting to get into the fight. However, the group of 10 that is surrounding you currently, that you walked into, 5 of them are going to attack you, the other 5 are going to attack the Myrmidon. So these are the ones against you. Probably nothing's going to happen. God damn that shield. Did I roll a d12? I'm an idiot. One of them hits you. I accidentally rolled a d12 with all the d20s.
I was gonna say that's not gonna work.
You're going to take 7 fire damage. The other ones, they attack the Myrmidon and nothing happens.
Okay. I take how much fire damage? 8?
7.
7?
Yeah, like a bunch of them hit. One even crit, but that's also a d12. What the fuck? I'm really bad at this, apparently. Yeah, like a bunch hit, but the Myrmidon, nothing happens to the Myrmidon. You moved Aldwin again.
Stop moving Eldwin.
He was actually there, if I remember. All right. What now? What do you guys do?
Hit it with a hammer.
This is entertaining.
I hit.
Hit with 2?
Yep.
All right, 2 of them go down.
Cool.
No d20s. Broke my d20 streak.
Or my nat 20 streak.
I was gonna say, you've been rolling nothing but d20s.
Nat 20s.
Natty 20s.
Natty 20s.
At least I haven't crit my pants.
That's true. Are you gonna have the Myrmidons attack?
Yes.
Yes.
That hose is causing.
Specifically on my end of the table.
Yeah, that was the issue I was having at home.
It's great for long distances. Short distances, not so much.
All right. So what one is this for?
That further one.
Okay. The one that's further north. I put the compass in the building
Bless you.
because it made
Yes.
sense.
Oh,
Oh, hey, we should probably move to the battle map.
2 16s and a 2. Or sorry, 2 16s and a 9.
Sorry. Okay. The 16s hit. So two of them go down. So that goes down to 6.
Oh, I have chips.
Hmm?
I forgot that I had.
What is that? What were you saying? Like,
A breeze
Oh.
came through and hit
then
me directly.
The one with Nikane is also going to attack that group.
Fair enough.
11, 26, 24.
The 11, if I recall, does not hit. So 2.
My pants got a hold of my leg hair somehow and pulled it.
oh.
I don't know how to describe it.
All right, so that was Nikane and the Myrmidons. All right. There's a few more groups that haven't gone.
Chips.
Tell Aldwin, what do you guys do?
I'm good.
What? Abla?
I'm going to cast Storm Sphere. But it's not going to be a regular storm. It is going to be a blizzard.
All right.
Blizzard.
Blizzard. Just need to find Storm Sphere. 20-foot radius, so I'm going to cast it probably like...
You could easily cast it in the center of it.
I want to cast it slightly forward of where it's looking.
Okay.
That way, if it starts moving forward, it's taking bludgeoning damage every time it moves through the circle.
All right.
20-foot radius. Each creature in the sphere, strength saving throw, or take 2d6 bludgeoning.
Strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning. What does it need?
21.
It passed.
And then until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the center of the sphere. But mine are not lightning; they're giant spears of ice that launch out of the storm sphere.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit it with a storm or an ice thing. I make a ranged spell attack.
You will also need to roll your d20 for your...
Yes. 28.
That'll hit!
Was one side off from being a 1.
Ooh, boy. All right, so time for you to roll some damage then.
Oh, right, I get to roll damage now.
It did succeed on the initial strength save.
That is 46 lightning damage. Or cold damage in this instance. 8, 12, 13 cold damage.
13 cold damage. All right. Okie dokie. Tell.
I'm gonna Misty Step,
30 feet.
and then I'm gonna move another 30 feet. To get the fuck away from those idiots. That's too many. Thank you.
That's too many.
On my head tail.
All right, so everything else. So that group that you just Misty stepped away,
Bye!
they are dashing towards you.
Well, at least they can't attack me this turn.
No, they cannot.
That was the goal. I just didn't want them to attack me.
This group here, they're actually going to split. Half of them are going to go into here, so technically there are 11. So I'm going to put the 1 here, but we'll just have to remember that. And half of them are going to go here.
So 11 on each side.
Yes, 11 on both of those sides.
Why don't we use a 12?
Because those were what was there, and I decided to just do that.
I'll switch.
So, the ones that are attacking the Myrmidon, fuck all happens.
You're gonna roll it?
No reason! I see no purpose in doing so.
Eldwin was very specific when he wanted fire elementals for a reason.
Yeah, you are correct. Six of the one group are going to attack Nakami.
Okay.
What's absolute bullshit is that I have to roll a 19 or higher for these bastards to hit you. 1 hits. Doing 6 fire damage. The other 5 attack the Myrmidon, not realizing what the hell's going on, and do nothing. All right. Time for the big elemental to move.
Oh boy.
Kabump!
Yeah, he's coming towards me.
I mean, is
I
somebody...
slapped him!
Yep, he moved in a diagonal towards Tel.
Is he still technically in the storm sphere?
That depends on where you had placed it, because if I recall, you
I
were
placed
saying...
it slightly, so like here.
He probably still is.
You might want to...
turn, strength saving throw, or 2d6 bludgeoning.
So, Vox, did you ever watch Black Butler? You know the
He
scene
succeeds.
where Sebastian goes all
He
demony
succeeds.
and has his hooker boots? That's telling a fight.
Yeah. Sure is.
Strength is one of this thing's strong suits.
That's not why Storm Sphere is there. It is the 120-foot range cold darts that are flying out of it.
Hold on, does that require concentration?
Oh shit!
Uh-huh.
Causes a slight problem. I can't remember, do the Myrmidons disappear?
In base, they stay and start attacking whoever's closest to them. Up until the 8 hours is done.
God damn it! I'm surrounded by Myrmidons!
But you said you didn't like that.
I don't like them being immediately hostile towards everyone. You will not have control of them, however, after this.
Okay,
They will probably fuck off.
that's fair. They are still being attacked right now.
Yes, so they're going to continue attacking everything. But,
If I get attacked by the Myrmidons, we're gonna fight.
just don't hit them. They might not like you after this, having dragged...
I mean, with your smites, you could probably two-shot them. Is there a chilling smite?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I think Oath of the Ancients paladins get it.
took me a second to realize that. It's like, that's still there.
Wait, hold on.
Usually that requires concentration.
Did you roll your d20 for your?
Well, it's only
What's
upon casting it.
I don't know. I was just
Yeah,
wondering.
I
if
did.
you
I got a 3.
Oh, okay. You're cutting a little close each time, huh?
Alduin?
First time was like a 14.
Alduin playing it close to the chest. Okay. Yep, so that was them. All of the little elementals went. Alright. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna vitriolic sphere. Can I place it so that it doesn't hit me? I know they're technically in my space, but we're playing with weird
Yeah,
rules.
it's a 30 by 30 foot square. Yeah, you can
Okay.
you can place it in a way that doesn't hit you directly.
Okay, because it's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Place it 2 feet off the ground, then just lay down.
Well, no, it like
Well-
rains acid
Well,
on everything.
then it still hit Tell's dick.
I don't think I'm like covered in the stomach. God.
The acid burns a hole in the dead ass.
Dead ass.
The fight finishes and it's just Tell walking around with his stick hanging out.
Just flopping.
God, he would be like,
Tell? Yeah, what's up?
It burns.
everything is normal to him. The guy is like,
Aldrin like,
I mean,
Tell? There's nothing you haven't seen before.
there would be a.
This is the first time I remember it.
All right, so describe vitriolic sphere again.
So, vitriolic sphere. Make a little 1 foot glowing ball of acid, emerald acid, that sort of rolls around for a second and then just like explodes into a 20-foot radius sphere.
All right.
Everything has to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right, so I'm gonna do my thing. Roll a d10. Okay. Dexterity save.
Yeah.
All right. 4 of them succeed.
Okay.
The other 6 just fail. So on a successful save, what happens? Do they take half damage?
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
10d4,
Ro-
and then at the end of their next turn, they also take another several d4.
roll a d6.
Okay.
We're gonna see how many of these 4 that succeeded are gonna die.
5.
Roll again.
2.
Okay.
I was hoping at 5 just with all of them.
I know. Pretty much, I was just like, if you roll anything other than a 1, 2, 3, or 4, just roll again. All right. So that means. Okay. So only
Only 2 of them, right?
only 2 remain. Took me a second to think about that.
damn.
That's much more manageable.
I need to put my coat on.
Didn't want a ton of them at me.
That's fair.
I'm the only one that didn't bring a sweater.
Hmm?
I'm the only one that didn't bring a long sleeve, something.
Did you want
If
my
this
hoodie?
was not an extra small, I would offer it to you. It is quite big on me, though.
I got my coat back here. I'll just sit over here and be temporary Tell, honorary Tell.
Knee. It's leather.
Oh!
All right. So, Nikani, Alduin.
Gonna do the thing. 18, and then yeah, they both hit.
Yep. Let's go. You're down to 9. Now, I'm still gonna have you roll for the Myrmidons because,
It's easier to have me roll for him.
yeah, because you got stats and
All that fun stuff.
you got that more at the front of your mind. I'm dealing with a bunch of steam gobble things.
Yeah, those definitely all hit on the one with Nikane.
All right.
No.
Reduce that down to 3. Or down by 3, so it would be
Yep.
6.
And then the one that's over there, 2 hit.
All right. Cool.
6. Fox, I can't believe you're letting me handle your dice, because now I gotta eat them.
You know they're starting to make edible dice?
Yes!
Yeah.
I really like the story of someone just going, natural 1, I hate this die hard.
Alright, so that was Kane and the Myrmidons. Aldwin, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast a spell probably.
This is gonna be another concentration spell.
I almost did. I almost just cast banishment.
No. Away with you.
I mean,
I am gonna move 30 feet. 30, 60, 90, 120. Cool.
you are within range.
And you know what? I'm gonna be that caster. And then cast Fireball, but it's obviously gonna be a different damage type.
It's gonna be cold damage.
It is gonna be cold damage, you're correct.
Alright, so it's
Although it could be force damage, that'd be fun. Just a giant giant. I can speak English.
that's all, folks. Alright.
Yeah, I'll do force damage, that's fun.
If I remember,
Dexterity saving throw.
yep. Guess what just failed?
Oh boy.
8d6. 5, 6, 7. Do I not have? I thought I had 8 sets of dice in here.
How many d6s?
I need one more d6.
That's good.
Feels good, don't it?
Now you know how I feel.
3, 4. Wow.
Only with D8s.
I had 3 1s and 2 2s in here.
Oof.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 16. Only 22 damage.
You might have to do that again.
Ow! That.
And then as a bonus action, I will also. Yep.
How'd I guess?
19.
That hits.
For another 46.
It doesn't have a very high AC.
That's one thing I missed from 3.5 is the varying ACs depending on how big the creature was, because it makes sense that a bigger creature is easier to hit.
Mm-hmm. Something I did with paths, but
Wow.
how many ones did you roll?
I got 15 damage on that. It was only 7 damage off my fucking fireball with 4 less d6.
Roll the dice, I guess. So the first first ice ball.
Force ball.
Force ball.
Oh, force ball. First force ball goes out and you're a little off, and just like how it's how its body is, and so you kind of hit it, and then the ice bolt that comes out of the storm sphere hits it. It's at this point that you then see it turn in your direction.
Aha!
Thanks, Aldwin.
It's going to move. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah. So it would do
30.
30. And something you didn't. At first, it seemed to have been moving pretty slow, but now that it got moving to begin with, so it kind of like started lumbering,
It's building up speed.
built up some speed. You then see it. You then kind of see it like lift up its head. So think of the way that this thing is moving, almost like a gorilla, where it's got very large front legs and smaller back legs. And you see it kind of, as it's moving towards you, it then kind of lowers its body, and a point on its head begins to glow, like burn a bit brighter, until a cone of fire fires out of its head in your direction. You're gonna need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, Aldwin.
Yo, what's up, Till? Shield does not help me with this. It was on a 12, and then
I
it
saw!
slowly tilted over to the 2.
Oh, dramatic!
5.
Ooh. Uh-oh. What?
Roll for severity. I'm suddenly expecting this thing to yell, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!" as it builds up momentum.
Which is
and
funny
hits
because that's
something.
one of Jake's favorite things to yell when he's playing video games.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! Sorry, I'm trying to do math.
I hate the fact that you have to do math.
Why do they all have to be like a mix of even and odd numbers? This is bullshit. Wow, that's exactly 40 fire damage. As the air around you is consumed by flames, you almost feel your skin getting dry. Or you do feel your skin getting dry, the air in your lungs just burning. And then finally it stops and clears away. And you see just this scorch in the ground where it's
Face laser.
face breath left a mark.
Is that the noise Alden's making right now? Just meep, meep, meep.
Softly. I'm in danger.
All right, time for the little guys. There's 2 against Tell.
Yeah.
Oh, they get disadvantage. Miss. Damn it. Miss. So they both miss. There are how many in the square with Nakane? Is that 6?
Yeah.
3 of them are going to attack you.
Yeah, 6.
They all miss. And they also attack the Myrmidons, but nobody gives a shit. Especially the Myrmidons. Alrighty. What do you guys do?
Can I see the PHP again, please?
Erica, what variety of paladin are you?
Oath of Devotion. Why?
Well, someone was asking me about our characters.
Oh yeah, because right now we don't have the character card slides going.
Oh, someone in Discord that's asking me.
Got it. I miss that this doesn't have vodka in it.
Aw.
So sad.
You guys got through the little guys. Now it's time for the big boy.
The big lad.
On the bright side, if you do move, they have disadvantage in opportunity attacks against you, Tell.
That won't help me. Okay. Take that back. That won't help me.
You just gonna smash him?
Yeah, I'm gonna smash him.
I'm waiting for Nakane to finally get through these fuckers and...
Just offload 80 points of damage onto the elemental. And Radiant does not fire damage, thank God.
Correct.
They both die hit.
Okay. So, reduce that down to 4. You could probably run through them if you didn't mind taking 4 opportunity attacks.
Hold on a second. There's a Myrmidon there, too.
I know, I'm just saying.
They all hit.
There is 1 left.
And then the other Myrmidon.
Yeah. At that point, we're just counting down that die.
Wow. Without modifiers, I got a 4, a 1, and a 20.
Whoa.
Going all across the spectrum, I see. So I think 1 dies.
Yes.
But because of how I've been doing
Crits.
crits with melee in this, it gets to roll 1 more attack.
That hits too.
I just think that's more entertaining to do in mass combat than, oh, look, you got a crit, it dies. It was going to die anyway.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
All right. So, even though you did attack, you can move if you want. And here's the thing. Only one would get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I was
against
gonna
you.
move anyway. Well,
Yeah. It got a measly 20. Not a crit. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Go smite, go smite, go smite!
Well, not this turn.
And I've got 38 spell points to do it. And level 4 spells.
All right. Talon Alduin.
Well, Aldwin and his infinite 10 wisdom.
All right, Midoriya, what are you doing?
Funny you should ask that.
Midoriya!
I'm going to Dimension Door. Because obviously, if I'm on the back of its head, it can't hit me with the fire attack again.
Oh no. Actually, can I balance that on this? I can.
All right.
And then I'm going to hit the elemental I'm riding with the bolt of ice from the storm sphere.
All right. Well, first you're going to take 7 fire damage as you
Okay.
are touching it, and it is on fire.
Okay.
That's better than 40.
You are correct.
Meanwhile, Nakane is looking at Tal and going,
Natural 20 on the ice bolt attack.
All righty.
Clearly, you just have to do stupid shit in order to really nail.
Did you roll your d20 for Dimension Door, by the way?
Shiro's doing
2.
You are getting very close. It was 3, now it's 2.
I'm gonna yoink this for a second. That's so much better.
I might not even get to do any
15,
damage to this
20,
thing.
30, 37 points of cold damage. Why are you shaking your head at me, Tel?
Bonkers.
Oh boy. That's how this is going to be.
I just imagine how just insane this probably looks.
No.
From our perspective, he just dimension doors on top of this thing and goes, ah! And just a bolt of ice jabs down into its face.
Oh, I didn't get the picture.
While flames just come up around Alduin and he looks absolutely nuts. That's all I That's all I
Alduin is
imagine.
on fire.
Yes.
Once again, Nakane just goes, free action.
Just ask me.
It is a free action to raise one eyebrow.
It is another free action to face palm.
Roll for severity. This couldn't possibly go wrong. How high up in the air am I?
You're probably a good 60, 70 feet up.
Man, am I glad Featherfall is a reaction.
Yeah. I really need Alduin and Codfail to hang out. They would get into some stupid shenanigans.
I'm
He's
really,
the boy I've been drawing.
I'm really sad that the first picture I took didn't go through because it was Eldwin on it, and then you in the background going, ah!
I request that to be sent to me.
Well, the new picture that I actually saved is just you talking.
All right, Tell.
I can do it again. I do not know what to do.
Sarah Almond like, what are you doing?
Tell's like, I'm used to ghosty boys, not this bullshit.
Wait.
That post you showed me the other day, I'm attracted to morons.
I'm morosexual.
Yeah.
I saw one.
Tell looks at Elder and just goes, God damn it.
God damn it. Feels his boner twitch like. This is just who I am now.
I'm starting getting really bad service in your house, Jake.
imagine if
I have
it
no
tells
idea.
Coven can look in on the situation, that's what's going on. And the one boy's
Huh.
like, that one, I like that one.
Huh, let's see what Tell's up to. On second thought, let's
Maybe not.
let's do something else. Didn't you just waste the spell points for that? Yes, it doesn't
I
matter.
sure did.
Wow, that's someone I haven't seen in a while.
Hi, Sunlight.
Sunlight King.
Sunlight King is here. Praise the sun.
I guess we're just gonna.
You seem very out of your element here. You
I
seem
don't have a ton of AoEs.
you seem more prepared for the zombie
I don't
part.
have
There's only
any.
2 with you.
Huh?
Thankfully, there's only 2 left
I
next to you.
know. I'm deciding whether or not I should just let them come at me or if I should get rid of them.
How long does your shroud thing last?
A minute.
Okay.
So we got a couple more rounds.
I have not been paying attention to the number of rounds. It's just been let's do this.
Don't die, Erica. You're so coffee today.
My sinuses are grinding into my throat.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna Ray of Frost at them. I just want them off my ass.
That's fair.
And it's a cantrip.
And the Myrmidons seem to have the other ones preoccupied.
Right. So it only hits one, or it only goes at one of them. I
Don't
have to
die,
make
it's
a-
bad for your health. Yeah, no kidding.
Let's go. Wow. Nope.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2. Which even plus 9, that's an 11.
Yeah.
So that ain't it. Christ. They're too close to me.
Yes.
I'm trying to aim with a staff.
You can keep moving if you.
No, well, that'll be an opportunity attack. I don't know if
They
I'm
already
doing that.
they get disadvantage against you though because of the shroud.
I guess so.
Although you are easier to hit
Hi,
than the comics,
DMs.
so you know.
Yeah. We're just gonna leave it.
All right.
I also don't super want to get closer to that big motherfucker.
I
I
do.
don't see what the problem is.
You're crazy. That's the problem.
Tells like,
I'm not.
Tells like,
We really need to get those group chat earrings.
I can see the church from here. It's all burning. There's zombies over there and there. I can see Myth from here as well. She's doing
They-
stupid shit
They would just
too.
be earrings with the message spell imbued in
Yeah.
them.
We keep talking about Elvin buying them, and then we always forget. Because they are really stupid, simple to make. It's just an earring with a cantrip built in.
Well, assuming you guys survive this arc, I mean, you guys are going to the City of Gold. All right, I've got to figure out what the hell's going on here. Well, the Steam guys are doing nothing other than attacking Tell. Which, fail. Fail.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a shame my shadows don't lash out when they don't hit me.
And then the Myrmidons
Take nothing.
take nothing.
They're like, sup.
This is,
So,
this is fucking stupid,
his
but
team guys
funny.
are still like, why isn't it working? And just continuing to hit him instead of.
Ah! Their intelligence is
dumb.
their intelligence is super low.
God. Like,
They just think they keep missing. They just
Oh.
need to attack harder. All right. However, the big elemental is
How's his intelligence?
higher than theirs, but not by much. It like you see it kind of like swinging its head around, looking for you. It does notice. Actually, hold on. I actually need to just. Yeah, it's gonna. It finally does notice you.
I'm gonna grab it.
No, its arms are too big. It can't reach behind its head.
What it's going to do is it's going to lean. It's going to like kind of stretch its arms straight, lean up, and then fall backwards
Oh, fucking Lord.
with Alduin on top of it.
Oh Lord, heal this bite.
I feather fall.
Cool. Give me a strength saving throw. Or actually, no. You know what? You're right.
He's landing on top of you.
Yeah, it hits.
Well, I was assuming the momentum would throw me off.
It moves relatively slow, so it like lifts up and then like slowly falls back. So you're kind of like going with it.
Oh.
You're just kind of like, oh fuck, oh shit.
Which this
Oh,
is
shit, here we go
a very
again.
interesting situation that we're in, because at this point I'm not sure whether or not to do bludgeoning or fire damage.
Why not both?
Let's see here. However, I do have to roll some dice for this because you do kind of get at this point.
Smooshed.
At this point, you're more or less restrained under the creature's weight.
Hey,
Well,
thanks for
fire
making.
doesn't weigh anything.
This is an elemental. It's magical. It has weight. Shut up.
Nope. Hey, Aldwin, thanks for making it easier for me to hit it. Ah!
Alduin decided to get close to the building-destroying monster. You're gonna take. Okay, half of this is bludgeoning, the other half is fire because I can't figure out how to do this. It's 38 damage. You did essentially get crushed by something the size of a building.
How you
And
feeling?
also that's on fire.
On a scale of 1 to 106, I'm about 21.
Aldwin. You dumb shit, motherfucker!
That's all we hear from Tell.
Yes! That is exactly all we hear from Tell.
On the good news, it is prone.
Tell definitely screams when it fucking
You hear it like cackling from Nakane because it's
Now,
hit
now normally prone gives you disadvantage on attack rolls with ranged attacks. Not this thing. You're not going to have disadvantage against it for ranged attacks. Just in case you wanted to know.
Hey, you might want to see if that breaks your concentration.
Oh, shit, right.
I'm glad you were keeping track of that, because...
28. Wait, you said it dealt 40 what damage to
It
me?
dealt 38 damage to you.
38, so the save would have been 9. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yep.
I'ma hit it. I'ma hit it.
All right, hit it.
So I rolled both of my attacks at the same time just because it's...
That's fine. Even though you get advantage against it.
So that's one. So that's 18 there. Okay. So I'll deal with my first attack first. So we roll my d8 for my first initial attack. 8. 13. I'm gonna jot down what I'm doing for damage here for you, Jake.
All right.
Make it easier on you. And then my improved smite. And then 2, 3, 4.
Do you need another one?
I need one more.
Don't forget to remove those spell points as well when you get around to it.
I won't.
Can you only do that smite once per turn?
What, Divine Smite?
Yeah.
Nope, it's every
No,
time I can do it.
believe, yeah, I believe you can trigger on every...
I'm thinking of the spells.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Nah, I can.
I will double check that, though.
No, because we've been ruling it that I can do it every
Yeah.
time I do an extra attack.
That is what I remember. That's one reason why paladins are absolute monsters when it
Yeah,
comes to
when you
damage.
hit. It doesn't require
Oh,
any
that
action.
sound. I missed this sound.
And is that considered a fiend or undead?
Neither. It's considered an elemental.
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
It's a very heavy ball of fire.
25. Okay, so that was my first attack.
So how much damage? And
39 points of damage on the first attack.
and you are using Dadnor's hammer, so you are going. Did you add your like strength? Okay.
Nope.
Sorry, say that again. 39.
39.
Jesus.
And then second attack.
This thing has taken a fucking beating, but I mean, it is the size of a building.
3.
You know what's really nice? I actually have a D20 that fits perfectly for this thing.
6. 15,
I love that font.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
Jesus.
I just posted that picture of Elwood riding the elemental and Tails chat and tag Bailey as a myth. Come get your idiot.
Another 37 points of damage.
Holy fuck.
Here you go. Here's your die. Although I have a feeling I'm going to probably need that back.
What was the second number?
37. So altogether, I did.
I know Alduin isn't like a buff.
76
a buff
points of
lad,
damage.
But he's definitely a himbo.
So not quite 8.
Yes.
he's
80.
like,
like
he's
we
still
thought.
attractive. And also a fucking idiot.
Yes. Which is
What a himbo!
he makes up for the lack of strength with the actual like massive amount of intelligence he has.
Right.
With no wisdom.
Yeah.
So, you are actually going to take fire damage from punching this thing. Because you end up getting close enough
Yeah.
to hit it. So you're actually going to take 17 fire damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, touching this thing is not good.
I mean, shrug. I mean, I guess I could have thrown the hammer.
All right. So that was what Myth did. Not Myth. Nikane. I'm assuming the Myrmidons are attacking.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Are they, Jake?
I mean, right now, yes.
Well, one's going to attack the one that's left in his square.
Mm-hmm.
Missed with 2 of them. So he got 1.
Gets it with the last one. That is yours.
And then the last one.
I hit it. I hit it
15,
hard.
14, 16.
15, 14, 16?
Yep.
Yeah, all 3 hit. So it goes down again.
Down.
They will not be attacking the big elemental, though. They are choosing to go...
Go away.
However, his buddy will move the 30 feet into the square with his friend. All right, that's the Myrmidons. So we got Alduin and Tell that still need to do something. Alduin is currently restrained underneath the weight of this thing.
I need to know what the restrained condition does.
Restrained. A creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Cool, so I can still cast spells that require saving throws with no penalty.
Yes.
But I also have prone, right?
Yeah, you also have prone.
Which I believe is also basically the same thing as
Yeah.
restrained.
The one thing, though, is that you also really don't have line of sight to anything other than the elemental that's currently surrounding you.
That's fair.
So if you have to choose a point within range that you can see, it's in your face. And I don't know how much Alduin wants to die. Oh, you are going to take damage at the beginning of your turn, though.
God damn it.
It's going to be 7 fire damage.
Alduin!
This thing is hot. Very hot. Okay. Alduin has, like, 2nd-degree burns going on 3rd-degree burns, almost.
Question.
Yeah?
If I cast Ice Storm at it again, will I hit Alduin? Can I offset it a little so it doesn't
Well,
hit
I'm under
Alduin?
it, so it would basically shield me, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm gonna rule that because
Cool.
yeah, you can't see Alduin.
Dope. Tight.
Now, if it was some sort of like psychic attack or something, yes, it would hit.
Luckily, these are just big ol' ice rocks.
Good. Alduin got on top of it and then managed to get into a position where you could hit it.
Cool. It's on the ground. Does that mean it auto fails its dexterity save? Or does it still make a dexterity save?
It still makes a dexterity save. Actually, prone does not change your ability to make dex saves.
Oh, weird.
It's almost like the whole like rolling out of the way to avoid something.
Right. So I guess it has to make a dex save.
What's your
17.
Oh. Missed by 1. It got a 16.
Oh. I was like,
Did
did I miss?
No. No. And that would be impressive.
So, more of these.
God, rolling all those d8s felt good.
You did a shitload of damage to this thing.
I'm gonna
Do
cast
it
it
again.
I'm gonna cast it at level 5 instead of 4.
I hope Alduin has a way of getting out.
I don't think he's thought that far ahead.
Dimension door.
I mean, there is Dimension Door.
No. Has to be a point I can see. Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
No.
Dimension door doesn't.
No, yeah, you're thinking of Misty Step.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just Dimension Door out of it. Basically, a door opens in the ground and you just fall through it.
Okay. So,
The real question is, where do you want to go?
11 bludgeoning damage. And I don't know if we're still using the same rules as before where it takes extra because it's the entire surface of the spell.
It will.
And then 10, 13, 15 cold damage.
Okay, yeah. It rains down and does a bunch of damage to it. You see them hit and turn into steam and the rocks melt.
Cool. So glad my familiar gave me that spell.
So Alduin,
Yeah, what's up? What's good? What's cracking?
what are you doing?
Tight.
Well, see, the sensible thing would be to dimension door out from underneath this thing.
Oh no.
But you're not sensible at all.
No.
You're gonna get your dumb shit ass killed.
Yes!
Big yikes. Big yikes ding dong.
And then another Elwyn pops up in a few days.
So instead, I'm going to cast Shadow Blade at the 5th level.
The afterlife is just filled with Aldwins.
Okay.
The Nautilus is like, stop!
Stop it.
Okay. What does that do exactly?
I basically coalesce a blade made of solidified gloom in my hand that has the finesse, light, and throne properties.
You pull it from the shadow that is only existing under your own body.
In addition, when you use the sword to attack a target that is in dim light or darkness, you make the attack roll with advantage.
That is definitely not the case. This thing is a source of bright light.
If I drop or throw the weapon, it dissipates at the end of my turn. Thereafter, while the
Thank you,
spell
Jade.
persists, you can use a
What'd
bonus
you say?
action to cause
At
the
least
sword
you won't have to
reappear
pay
in
for his
your hand.
cremation.
It's only a bonus action cast, so now I'm going to stab it.
All right. So technically you have disadvantage on attack rolls against this thing.
But it's prone, so I have advantage.
Yes.
So it evens out.
Yeah.
But
so
also, how do I miss literally just holding it out in front of me?
I don't know. You're Alduin. By stabbing yourself.
Oh, so close. 27.
That definitely hits.
That's 19.
Oh.
Because I upcast that is 4d8 instead of 2d8.
Oh, this is just turning out worse and worse.
Man, I really hope this elemental dissipates after it dies.
Instead of...
Just laying on me.
Exploding or laying on you.
Wow. 19 damage. Psychic.
Good thing it doesn't have resistance against psychic damage. Oh boy, this is,
Yeah, I read that already.
Jade says at least you won't have to pay for his cremation.
Damn right about that. Oh. Steam guys do effectively not... I don't even know why I'm keeping track of them anymore.
Well, there's still two left next to tell.
Oh, I guess you're right. Miss. Wait. Holy shit, that one hit.
At disadvantage?
Yes!
God damn.
Do I roll damage against them from my lad? 2d8 necrotic.
Oh. Hold on. No, that one just dies. But it's still gonna hit you.
Okay.
For 13 fire damage. Okay, I guess I do need to keep track of them. But now there's one less next to you. So now there's only one. With disadvantage, that thing had the second one rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
But yeah, your AC is 15, and it just hit that.
Cool.
All right, the big elemental. It's in pain, so it's gonna sit up, and then it's gonna attack Nakane.
Thank God. You drew aggro.
Well, after 76 points of damage in one turn, it's not too happy. You do see, like, parts of its body, like, almost struggling to stay together.
So it doesn't look great.
Wow, that actually missed. Wait, no, hold on. Sorry. I have to redo math. No, that actually does hit you.
Damn. Alright.
No, because I was just adding its strength mod,
Oh, yeah.
and everything technically has a proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta roll another.
It's releasing a reaction.
I think I accidentally rolled a d20 in that, and that was not what I meant to do. Oh my god. Okay. You're gonna take 47 fire damage.
But you're not the infernal tiefling.
No.
Hey, so it doesn't tell me whether or not releasing a spirit is a reaction?
Which spirit would that be?
Guilt.
Which does...
Oh, it's a bonus action. Okay, I have to wait.
Yeah.
I think they have different rules for each of them.
Yeah. That's its turn.
Ow!
Well, it literally sieges buildings, so I don't know what you expected.
Alright. You better be ready to give me back that extra D8.
Okay.
I'll just hang on to that.
I was gonna say,
I don't know why I gave it that.
if you hit it, there's no way she can't.
19.
That hits.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 points of damage. Oh. So that's just one hit. Okay.
And you're using the smite?
Is that a question?
Hey, you may be trying to preserve some spell points. Watching paladins do damage is terrifying. Yeah, that hits. you get like a bunch of bonus. You rolled an 11 last time in that hit, so.
Yeah.
So Nakane's just going in at it. I never want to see a paladin. Wait, no, hold on. I was going to say paladin fighter.
Or a paladin barbarian.
No, more for the 3 multi attacks.
8, 9, 10.
3 multi attacks plus smiting.
15, 16,
Doesn't work.
17, 18,
There are
19, 20.
very specific rules for extra attack in the
Yeah.
extra attack multi-classing
25,
Mhm.
26,
in the
28,
BHB
29, 30, 31,
that you
32.
don't benefit from extra attack from multiple sources.
I know that, but the fighter specifically gets
13, 14, 15.
gets a specific extra attack that.
Okay,
adds
so
one.
my first attack did 35 points of damage. My second attack did 32 points of damage.
All right, so here's what happens,
Oh boy.
and I'm gonna give you guys time to react too. It stops moving at first, and you see kind of the fire, some of it whisking off of it, but then it goes from like that red glow that it's been giving, and it starts to turn orange.
This bitch is going supernova!
And it starts to turn yellow.
Oh boy!
What are y'all doing?
Running. Dimension door.
I am dimension dooring. I really hope this works. I'm going to dimension door inside the bathhouse.
Okay.
I'm really hoping that their spell doesn't consider me hostile. It doesn't let me in.
Let me in!
All right, so that's what you're choosing to do.
Yes.
What are the rest of you choosing to do?
Running. Grabbing Tell and
I
running.
really hope this thing doesn't deal 120 points worth of damage. Because I will be outright dead.
Yeah, run, I guess.
You're gonna jump into that nearest building?
Yeah!
Same.
So the one remaining Steam guy is going to make his opportunity attack against you. Those are D12s.
Meanwhile, the fire elementals are like, ah, yes, a nice sunny day.
Yeah, so it missed you. So you basically run up to that, dive through an open window, and hide behind the wall. Nikane.
I'm running for the nearest building as well.
Probably
You
the
are
same
about
building as
150 feet away from the nearest building.
Yep, I'm gonna keep running.
Oh, okay.
Erica, hide behind the fire elementals. They'll soak the damage for you.
All right. It starts to turn from yellow to white.
Bitch is going supernova.
And
Please
then,
don't let it make a black hole.
all right, so Nikane,
Yeah?
I need you to make me a dexterity
Oh,
saving
I'm
throw.
so bad at these. Let's go. Oh wait, that's the inspo dice. Which I might need. Yep. Not much better. 6! Okay.
I was gonna say, can we...
Hey!
Yes!
Natural 20. You will take half of this damage.
Oh no!
I'm
Oh,
fine.
I'm afraid.
If I fall unconscious, somebody grab me.
So, you guys remember what Fireball does?
Oh noes. If I get killed by my DM with another goddamn fireball,
It was not my fault.
I get killed.
Hold on, sorry.
Both me and the guy that get killed with a fireball.
Yeah, but you can pop up out of time.
Tell.
Yes.
Technically, I need you to make one too.
Okay. I'm afraid.
Okay.
But I'm behind full cover, right?
Yeah, but this thing also demolishes buildings for a living.
I'm ready to die.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out in the open.
I need to... Well, this is turning out a lot cleaner than All right, so Nakane,
Yes.
you need to take half of 48 fire damage.
That's 24. 7.
That's the least amount of hit points I've had in a while.
Tell me about it.
Out of 117, I'm feeling like a 7.
Now, Tal, you did hide behind something. However, the force behind this explosion topples the building that you're in.
Smush.
You're going to take a combination of fire and bludgeoning damage. The bludgeoning damage you're going to take is 10.
Okay.
The fire damage you're going to take... 15.
Okay, that's not the worst.
Most of it was blunted by the building, but it did end up... It was an explosion. So even by the fact that you were just inside something, even the heat itself from this explosion caused damage to you.
Not the worst. Still doing okay.
I'll take the least amount of damage out of all of us.
Alduin,
Yeah, what's up?
you show up in the bathhouse. You are waist deep in water right now.
What's up?
There are just a bunch of clerics standing around you.
How can I help boost the shield? It's about to go blow up.
What's... Wait. It's about to... And everyone else who is standing outside sees the shield disappear. And you see 3 clerics drop. The other one, several of the others look exhausted. And a few others kind of rush to see if they're okay. One looks at you. Who the fuck are you?
Give me a second. He's like...
You can feel steam coming out of the bath just from you being in it.
And he's still got the Shadow Blade, too.
They're all a little concerned right now.
I was fighting the big elemental outside.
You went to fight it.
It's gone now, I think.
The cleric just hears, son of a bitch, that hurt!
The Myrmidons are standing completely unfazed by all of this. But they're going to then wander off into the city.
Oh boy. Let's hope they,
After they basically slaughter the remaining steam goblins because they pissed them off.
Because they existed.
Alright, we're going to switch away from the battle map because holy shit. Alright. I think that is actually a pretty good place for us to call it this session.
Lord have mercy.
We are actually going to start up another giveaway. Oh, I need to pass Andrew what the keyword is. So we are going to be giving away a set of dice from Tabletop Loot, which if you go to Tabletop Loot's website, you can get 20% off your next set of dice. And hopefully you can win these. For a little bit, we are going to answer some questions, and then we'll...
Cancel?
Yeah. And then you just set the keyword. And it'll change who's eligible. But yeah, if you have any questions for me, any questions for the cast, please let us know. And I'm going to ask my standard question of the day. How did you guys enjoy this session?
I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I did like 1,000,000 points of damage.
I know it was pretty much just combat today.
It worked out. It worked out.
No, that was
considering that
fun.
we're down a player.
As long as you guys enjoy the combat, that's what matters.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It was neat. I enjoyed the way that you did the mass combat.
It was something different to speed things up, and I still tried to keep the narrative flair to the fight.
And even with all that spell casting I was doing, I only got down to half my spell points.
You have a whole rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the hit points I'm more worried about. Spell points,
What are you talking about? My hit points are fine.
same.
This is where my rest rules kind of make things a little difficult on all ya.
The keyword is explosion.
Oh yes, okay. So enter the word explosion, and you will have a chance to win dice. But yes, do we have any questions from
The audience.
yes, or questions from you guys?
Ow!
That's not a question. That's a statement.
Okay, ow!
All right. It was a elemental that was sieging a building.
Ow!
Supernova, little bitch.
I love that you mentioned or if it explodes, but it didn't get that far in the question. Didn't get that far in the thinking about what was gonna happen.
Yeah, I was literally like, God, if he doesn't fucking move, I swear that thing is not just gonna like fizzle out into nothing. This is Jake we're talking about. It's gonna explode.
I get to dig you out of rubble next session.
You'll be able to find him. His horns are still sticking up.
Sticking up through the rubble,
He's just
covered in
the
burns.
easiest way to find tell. He's just the horns.
You guys are not looking good with all that
No!
fire.
That's how Alvin's tent got the 2 holes in the top of it.
Yeah.
But have a very safe drive. I know it was a little rough getting here.
Yeah,
So
it was a little nasty. I'll just go slow. It
How
was fine.
much total does that self-destruct deal?
Whew,
A lot.
so I
Too much.
so I rolled 10d12.
Goodness.
Everything in my combats always do more damage anyway. Because I try
There are
to
rocks in places they should not be.
Sure. Well, luckily Tell's pants are tight enough that I think he avoids getting things into his
Bye,
pants
Bob.
most of the time.
Bye.
Tell us when you get home.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll let you know when I get home.
I'll be up all night, so make sure you message me.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. No, I do significantly more damage with my creatures, but that's because I try to run much shorter combats. If I had done this in a traditional sense, we would be playing for the next 2 sessions.
Yeah.
So I have these creatures do a lot of damage, but they also have a much smaller hit point pool because it'll make the combat go faster. Even though you guys did do a shitload of damage to this thing.
No!
So.
Yeah.
I am glad that it did take most of this session, though, because that means that with Myth having gone off on their own, there's a chance that we can bring them back into the story without, too much headache.
Eric, go look at the notification I just got.
Yeah, I've been itching to read it.
I have been too.
God.
The Lore Olympus update came out like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions?
Ow!
Again, that's not a question, that's a statement.
No, I'm good. I've come to terms with my stupid ideas.
I just love the fact the smart thing to do would be to dimension door out of this. Instead, I'm gonna form a knife and fucking stab it.
That's why Shadow Blade is there. If he ever gets backed into a corner, he stabs it.
First time the corner's been a flat surface, hasn't it?
Now he probably created a corner by shoving his body into the ground.
A crevice.
Oh,
It was an Alduin-shaped hole.
God, that... I was sitting there thinking, okay, what the fuck is this thing gonna do with Alduin on it? Oh, whatever you do when someone's, like, choking you from behind, you slam into them.
So, Jade, the bathhouse is actually what we were working on saving right now. We haven't done anything with the library yet because we determined that the people that with the magical shield that were being outright attacked needed more help than this library that was just being watched.
By a bunch of zombies.
Yeah. So we're doing the bathhouse first, and then we're going to go help the library, and then we're going to go beat up the creature in the sewer, and then we're going to go to the alchemy shop.
All right. Oh, yeah, there's a lot going on. But hey, you more or less resolved one of them in a single session, which gives me confidence for how fast this campaign's going to go. This arc. It's not going to be too short, though. Like, you guys still have a lot to do, and...
I mean, even if it's still 9 or 10 sessions, that's 2.5 months of sessions.
Mm-hmm. But you guys also still have to fight the Abysses.
Yep.
Yep. Looking forward to that. More fire.
Whee! You have to fight the
Maybe we should
Abysses.
go to the alchemy shop first.
Where there's health potions and fire resist potions?
Fire resist potions? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the fire resist potions will help when you face the Abysses, too. I might actually have to pull out this mini again for that. And that'll be more accurate.
The big one.
Oh,
the black one that you haven't painted.
Oh, that dragon. Oh.
You should paint it before we fight the Abysses.
It's going to take me fucking forever to paint. I also haven't settled on a paint scheme that I want to do for it yet.
Rolls for severity. Time to stock up on some aloe vera gel. Oh, my sweater's inside or backwards.
And inside out. Oh no, just backwards.
That's fine.
Oh.
Good to know Erica can't dress herself.
It was very interesting me having to describe this region before you guys even got here through comments, like very limited communication. It was funny that you guys thought the building was demolished. But that's just how I could communicate it. So, are there any other questions we have? Because we might be ready to just... the keyword, if anybody's wondering, is explosion.
Yeah, Roll is still talking in chat, but it hasn't entered yet.
You are still allowed to enter even if you've won. Tabletop loot dice for the win.
Explosions for the win.
Just explosion, no S.
I really thought that the Steam Goblin things... Small party was like, I put way too many on the field. And then the Myrmidons proved...
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight those later. I'm feeling it now.
No, they're chill.
Just don't go piss them off now. Nice. Yeah, so
They are expensive to summon, though. That's my 1/7 level spell slot for the day to summon those.
You accidentally cast another concentration spell.
I mean, they still definitely fulfilled their purpose.
Yeah, they got you here with haste and...
Mm-hmm.
And they helped a bunch with the mist goblins.
Mm-hmm. Oh! But yeah, I had actually been dreading this session, if I'm going to be honest, because I have never actually done mass combat before. And when I was thinking about it, I'm like, I gotta make this as seamless as possible.
I usually don't do mass combat. What I'll normally do is, if there's a massive amount of combat, I'll put NPCs off to the side fighting NPCs. That way I can just focus on...
In this case, it was a situation that I had set up.
Okay, I need to fix my shirt because it's gonna drive me nuts. Not that I know that it's backwards.
But it was the situation that I set up that it just so happened that having NPCs show up now would not have made a lot of sense. But, yeah, usually using the minion rules from 5th edition, from 4th edition, definitely help with this, and also, just kind of winging it. But, they served a bit of their purpose of trying to basically interfere with you guys. I didn't want them to slow you down too much, but I also have to try to make them act realistically. But I guess if there is no other
That would have gone a lot faster if I had careful casting metamagic instead of subtle and quickened. Because if I had careful, I could have just cold balled all the steam goblins and not worried about
your friends.
my friends, because I can just isolate them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have careful casting because nothing about Eldwin says careful.
It's called splash damage. Deal with it. But yeah.
See, Eldwin takes a different approach to that. Instead of hurting his friends with his stupid ideas, he goes, I'll jump on the elemental. Then I can't miss.
Alright, so with that, I think we're actually gonna go ahead and hit roll.
Roll it.
It's Jade.
Jade, I will put these with the other dice that you won. These are a set of dice that have not been released on the Tabletop Loot store, so we hope you enjoy them. We should probably also set up a raid here, because we are going to be closing off for the night.
Oh, yeah.
And I gotta get the hookah packed
Who's
up.
online again? Weird. Diadem showed up and Maddie's not online.
No!
Damn it.
You didn't search the game, you...
It's really weird. Sometimes it pulls up the wrong thing.
Just pulling up the wrong thing again?
No, I got it right that time.
Alright. So we're going to go raid someone new, because apparently the normal people that we raid aren't online. But yes, I hope everyone enjoyed this session. Next week...
There's one that's 2 sessions. They're only on their 2nd session.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So we're gonna go raid Wanderbot.
All right, wonderful.
We are gathering raiders, so thank you everyone that showed up.
Hope you'll join us next week for more Tales from the Tavern. And yeah, see how the clerics are doing and how they'll be
See
able
if
to help
Eldwin
out.
dies.
Same.
I think Aldwin is safe at this point.
For now.
Unless the clerics are like, you have a knife. We also have knives.
This
Sword.
is a caster showdown where we stab each other instead.
Eldwin wins that fight. 48 psychic damage blade.
See, I think there's more than 4 of them, so I think they could get 48 on you before one of them dies.
Clarence is tanky.
But anyway, let's go raid. Oh, who was it again?
Wanderbot.
Wanderbot. Oh, right. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
Bye.